What an incredible Cinderella story. This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack. At Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Well, he got all of that. The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild. For this young Cinderella who's come out of nowhere, he's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron, it looks like, don't you think? He's got a beautiful backswing. Oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here. He's a Cinderella boy. Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8-iron. This crowd has gone deathly silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like a miracle. It's in the hole!
Round 1, fight!
And it's in the hole. Bill Murray, you gotta love him. He's one of the kings of comedy in my mind. I mean, depends. Some people love him. If you're my ex, you don't like that guy for some reason. I don't know why, but I think he's great, and he had a great bit on the SNL 50th that just aired. So go check that out, where he ranked all the Weekend Update correspondence. So, but anyways, I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, tonight, and this is episode 285. This is a part 4 of 4 of our comedy mystery series. So if you've been following along, we've been doing 4 just completely and totally random comedy mystery series. So they've been a little off the wall. So it doesn't mean every comedy that's great is going to show up here. I mean, there's a lot of great ones. There's some mediocre ones. There's some bad ones. There's all kinds. It's completely and totally random. I have a website and I just randomize it, and whatever shows up, shows up. So yeah, it should be a fun time. So let's go ahead and bring in our crew for tonight. We'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez. Howell, how's it going?
Comedy. Hey, I'm tired.
Hey. Yeah. But,
yeah, I'm here.
But I tried very hard to watch every movie on the list. I have one Jerry that I couldn't see because I just didn't have enough time. So that is, I'll just reveal it. It's Captain Fantastic. I don't even know if that's a comedy or not. But
I did watch. I watched one movie that I've had on Blu-ray for a while, and it gave me a reason to at least bust one movie out. So I saw one that I really, really liked. Okay. We'll get to it. So yeah,
I saw 2 because I only had 3 blind spots, and one I didn't really like, and one I really liked. It really surprised me. So and don't worry if you're a little low energy or anything tonight. If you're tired, no worries. I'll try to keep the energy up for us. So, but
you know, I'll just run the board as I do. You know, and just keep the sound effects going and whatnot. So that's fine.
Well, luckily you've never had any falling asleep incidents on screen like 2 or 3 of our other
no
regulars around here. So, but it's all good. We also have joining us. We got Brian Nussbaum.
Hey,
how's it going, Brian?
Don't worry, whether it's a comedy, join Senator Taylor, Steve Harvey, and D.L. Hughley.
Yeah, right.
If you get the reference, comedy.
Yeah, comedy. Hey, but we need to get a Mark Norman clip for this, maybe for the championship, of him going comedy. Hey, but
clip.
Yeah, right. But we also have joining us. We got Nic Hernandez. How's it going?
Howdy, y'all. I'm ready to laugh or to cry, depending on how this goes. So,
yeah, let's go.
What's that? Laugh?
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. But we also have Zach Shelton. What's up, Zach?
Yeah, see, I'm not normally a Bill Murray person, but I've really enjoyed that clip. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but it's just that kind of got to me. Yeah, I'm not comedy's not high on my list, but I like to like to go in different genres. So glad to be here.
Yeah. But I've got thoughts on Caddyshack that I'll save it for when it comes up on the tournament. So yeah. But we'll have one more person. Richie Goodacre will be here in a little bit. He's wrapping up some trivia. So we'll see if he comes in happy and means he won, or more dejected, and we'll know what he didn't. But it's all good. Yeah. So Austin, why don't you say that you break it down for any first timers or newbies to the format and let them know how it's going to work?
Yeah, so we're doing part 4 tonight of our in total will be 5-part series of comedy. And what we've been doing is we've been having a bracket of 64 each night, and Jordan went on his flick chart and just scrolled through some comedy, a bunch of random comedy movies that popped up, and we've got them all here. And the Sweet 16 from each part has been getting compiled, and we'll go into a championship that'll be next Friday, I believe, Jordan, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
right? Next Friday. Yep. So we'll get our final piece of that, the 64 tonight with the 16, whatever emerges from that, and then we'll just see what wins the individual part here. So we've had some repeat winners, and we actually had several kind of multi-time winners, but Beetlejuice and Jackass number 2 emerged as unique winners through this series so far. Then we've had some other stuff. So, and we'll just see kind of what goes through this evening after that Sweet 16. So it's fairly straightforward. It should just be a bunch of comedies, and we'll see what happens. So pretty sure you guys are all tournament fight veterans. You know what to do. Quick answers, keep the pace up, and we'll get it rolling.
And just a little shameless plug that I will not have any drink reviews or anything tonight, but I've got a whole slew of some stuff maybe for some separate snack heroes coming up, hopefully within the next 24 hours. I tried to do it today, but I had too much going on, so they're ready to go. So just watch for that. Yeah.
All right. We'll get our first matchup going here. See what comedies we got. We'll start with The Fall Guy, a recent release, and The Peanut Butter Falcon. All right. So Zach, you're at the bottom. We'll kick us off.
This is actually an interesting matchup because I do enjoy The Peanut Butter Falcon, but I actually watched The Fall Guy in preparation for the 2024 genre tournament. And if I had watched it last year, it would have actually been my number 1 movie of last year. I enjoyed it that much. So I'm going to go with The Fall Guy.
Nice. Yeah. Nick, what do you say here?
So given that I had no idea Peanut Butter Falcon was a comedy, I'm going to have to go with Fall Guy here. I've not seen either one of these movies.
Yeah, some of these are very loosely a comedy, but they got some funny moments. So. But Brian, what are you gonna go for here?
Yeah, I haven't got around to me about Peanut Butter Falcon yet, but I did love The Fall Guy. I saw it twice in theaters last year, and I like the chemistry with Gosling and Blunt. Great use of the end credit scenes, and also love seeing Lee Majors pop up from the TV show into the film, and I love the loss of Fall Guy.
Yeah, that Easter egg's a good. Well, the cameo is a good Easter egg. I should say. I said it backwards, but. A good Easter egg for all the dads out there. If you got a dad, tell them to stick around at the end for the Lee Majors cameo. But Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I thought The Fall Guy was okay. I was not as high on it as kind of everybody else seemed to be. I thought it was good in points, but a little long, and I thought it was a little long for what it was. Can't imagine watching an extended cut. That horrifies me. I already thought it was too long.
So you do have an extended cut. You can't.
No thanks. I'm good. So The Peanut Butter Falcon's got a lot of wrestling connections.
Yeah. For me, I'm actually kind of with Zach. Like I actually really love The Fall Guy. Now. Fall Guy wasn't my top 12 when it first came out, but then slowly over the course of the year kind of dropped out of there. But it's still kind of honorable mention territory, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan. I think that he's great in almost everything that he does, and I think he had great chemistry with Emily Blunt, and just all the pieces coming together. I'm so on Aaron Taylor Johnson at this point, but I mean he was all right, And then the Peanut Butter Falcon's great too. So it is really good, especially given a co-lead or like supporting, whatever you want to call it, to someone that's mentally challenged. That Zach got Sagan, and I think that's really cool. And then to see his friendship with Shia LaBeouf in there, and yeah, some of the wrestlers like Jake the Snake and those guys showing up is fun time. But I'll give it to the Fall Guy here.
Okay, go down to Borat 2, essentially the sequel,
Yeah.
and Bottoms from a few years ago.
Mm.
So Nick,
Yeah, Nick.
So, was never really the biggest fan of Borat. So I'm gonna have to go with Bottoms on this one.
okay.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, Burr was like a good surprise. I didn't know it was coming out that year till they filmed it in the pandemic, actually.
Yeah.
At least the sequel was good for debut for Maria Bakalova. Has some good moments in there, especially at the beginning where he finds out who happened to Azamat. Has some good laughs there, so go Borat.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I thought Bottoms was kind of all over the place. I thought it had some fun stuff and sort of a parody type of way, but that was kind of tonally inconsistent, just kind of tonally all over the place. But it was interesting. Borat 2 was okay. Again, not as good as the original, so I'll go with Borat just by a little bit.
Yeah. So I like Bottoms. I mean, I thought that it was fun. It wasn't anything like to go crazy over though. But I do like seeing my boy Marshawn Lynch pop up because he's from my Seahawks, and I think that he has some some pretty fun comedic kind of timing and stuff. And then just seeing that I'm in there with like Rachel Sennett and Ayoade Abiri in there, but yeah, Borat was a really nice surprise. Yeah, kind of like Brian said, and the pandemic just popped up, and like, oh, we're getting another Borat movie that they didn't really give a lot of like marketing toward. It just kind of came out, and then but probably my favorite bit, just the whole little baby thing with his daughter. She swallows a little baby. He's like, I put a baby in my daughter, and then we have to figure out how to get it out. We want it out of there, and like just going to the doctor and how awkward that is. And he's like, what the frick's going on here? And then he's like talking about how they keep like women in cages and weird stuff. Oh, you don't do that in America? No. but yeah, so I'll go with Borat. Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Nick here. I wasn't the biggest fan of Borat, so I don't have much interest in seeing the sequel. So I'm going to go with Bottoms.
Yeah,
it's a close one, but Borat. We'll move on.
Yeah.
All right.
Borat.
All right.
It out.
Going down to Meatballs. Speaking of Bill Murray and Trainwreck with Amy Schumer. Brian.
All right.
Yeah, Meatballs is I think I've seen Meatballs, but it's been a long time. But I did enjoy Trainwreck as well. The only Amy Schumer film I do enjoy of hers. I did enjoy the chemistry with her and No Hater. Love seeing John Cena pop up there for his comedic performance. And LeBron James is good comedic, has to copy there, so go Trainwreck.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
I think I'll go Trainwreck because it's about the only good Amy Schumer comedy. Honestly, most of her comedies have been pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But I like the people around her in that movie. Yeah, Bill Murray's about the only decent part of Meatballs, so I'll go Trainwreck.
Yeah. So I actually really like both of these. Both of these were a big surprise that I didn't really expect a whole lot out of either one, because I only saw Meatballs maybe like 2 years ago, something like that, and I actually have a lot of fun with it. Like I think Bill Murray's having a good time and just kind of befriending some of these kids, and I think that's fun. But I think Trainwreck's just a little better here, and yeah, that is probably the only thing from Amy Schumer that I like. I can't stand Amy Schumer, but I think that Judd Apatow kind of helped to elevate her a little bit. Bill Hader's always good, and yeah, John Cena's funny, and then you just some of the other cameos that pop up, Nikki Glazer and Ezra Miller, and like some of those other guys. So yeah, It's a pretty decent little comedy. Maybe a little long. I felt like that movie could have chopped like 10, 15 minutes off of it. But besides that, though, it's not bad because Judd Apatow needs to make shorter comedies. If you're gonna do a comedy, they got to be under 2 hours. They just need to. So, but Zach, what do you say?
This is interesting. Again, I'm not the biggest Bill Murray fan, but I am willing to watch Meatballs for the first time before I ever see Trainwreck again because I thought it was horrible. So, Meatballs for me.
Would you say it was a total train wreck? Waka waka. But Nick, what do you say?
The line, folks, we can all go home.
Yeah, right.
I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg, so Trainwreck.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Trainwreck. All right. Going down to the Blues Brothers and Blockers. Speaking of John Cena, the John Cena movie.
Yeah, I've got another John Cena.
Yeah.
Could get a John Cena matchup, maybe.
Yeah. Blockers is okay. I haven't seen it since the theater. I remember seeing it being good, but it being a serviceable comedy, not bad. I'm a big Blues Brothers guy. Yeah, it's kind of a dad movie, but me and my dad kind of bond over that movie, and I think the music is great and good little supporting cast, John Candy and some others in there. So I'll go Blues Brothers.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, I didn't grow up on the Blues Brothers. I just didn't really like I don't know, it's not really my thing. I mean, it is fun though. I'm just saying, it's not my thing, but it is all right, and it's fun, seeing them at Universal Studios when they pop up in the car. You can go and talk to them while they're driving. You'll be like, hey, don't break any speed limits here. And when they're slowly going through Universal to get to their spot or whatever. But I had a fun time with Blockers. It's a good one for my girl Geraldine Viswanathan. I'm a fan of hers. I think she's pretty good. I always forget that series she did with Daniel Radcliffe.
Miracle Workers.
Yeah, Miracle Workers. So I always champion that show. I thought that it was good and really underseen. And then Ike Barinholtz, he's pretty good, and Leslie Mann. So yeah, I'll give it to Blockers. So yeah, but Zach.
Yeah, so I've only seen Blockers once, and that was in the theater. I thought it was okay, but I love the Blues Brothers. I just think it's so much fun and entertaining, and it's in my 128. So the Blues Brothers.
So was it just in my head, or was it originally called Cock Blockers? Because they got a rooster there.
Yes.
So I wonder if that's what it was.
I was going to say this movie's called Cock Blockers.
They were not allowed to call it. They were not allowed to call it that. The studio exited it in last minute.
Oh,
yeah.
Huh. Weird. But Nick, what do you say?
Yeah, so I've watched both of these movies the first time for this tournament, but I see Blues Brothers is a classic, but I really enjoyed Blockers. I thought it was such a fun movie. Oh, damn, this is such a weird coin flip. I think just recency bias is getting me just a little bit, but Blockers, I'll give it to Blockers.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, I do enjoy both of these. Blues Brothers, I was a bit late. I saw 5 years ago, actually. It was decent. Okay. I find more of the musical than comedy for me. But I did enjoy Blockers, actually. I'm a big Ike Barinholtz fan. I do enjoy comedy. And Johnson has some good comedic timing, so I'll go Blockers.
Yeah. All right, so Blockers.
Blues Brothers can't catch a break on tournament fights. I need more people to like
it.
Yeah.
All right. Got Caddyshack. Got a Chevy Chase matchup actually.
Ooh,
nice.
Nice.
Caddyshack and Vacation. So up against each other. So and a little more Bill Murray. So and more John Candy because John Candy's also in the Blues Brothers. So we got all kinds of people. All right, but Jordan.
Yeah. So my thoughts on Caddyshack is that I don't think it's funny. And people think that it's hilarious and everything. I just don't really laugh watching it. I mean, I think kind of Rodney Dangerfield, like he's all right because I just like Rodney Dangerfield, but I don't know. I think it's all right. But But Vacation though, it's great. Vacation is just so good. Their crazy trip to Wally World and just everything like the encounter like the really like angry mean grandma. They're like dragging the dog behind the car by accident, and then they end up in the wrong side of like St. Louis, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck you say?" or like whatever, and he's like, "Roll them up," and then they like speed out of there, and then you get a John Candy cameo, and you're at the end, and like Cousin Eddie, like just all this stuff, and it's a fun time, and it's always fun when they actually play Holiday Road because they don't do it in every Vacation, but this is where it kind of started. So yeah, I'll go with Vacation. But Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so I've only seen Caddyshack once, and I thought it was okay. And Vacation is like, if you're thinking of all 5 movies, even the remake, Vacation for me is like right in the middle. But it's not. I have learned to enjoy it more than I used to, so I'm going to go with Vacation.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
Vacation. That's just the answer. That's all I got.
Yeah. Sounds good. Brian.
Yeah, this is like the part where we had the Rick Moranis match on like which way he's going. They're both used well, but I'll go with Vacation on this one. It's a good classic movie. I even met the cast at a convention.
Yeah.
I have a side picture for them. I'll go Vacation.
Nice. Austin, what do you say?
I'll give the lone vote to Caddyshack because I like Caddyshack. I think it's very funny. I think Chevy Chase is really funny in that movie. His little quips, and Ted Knight is great. As just the asshole of the club, and he's really funny. And yeah, it just it gets kind of better every time I watch it. So I'll give a pity vote at least to Caddyshack.
Yeah, but both of these have a great song in it because I mean, Caddyshack, you got Kenny Loggins in there and stuff. So
yeah. And also Hernandez as well.
Yeah, Harold Ramis, both of them. All right, got the Goonies and True Lies. So
all right,
yeah.
True Lies is like an action comedy, I guess.
No, True Lies does have a lot of comedy. Tom Arnold and Schwarzenegger's being kind of funny throughout the movie. Bill Paxton, things like that. So there's a good amount of comedy in there, I would say. But Zach?
Yeah, so I've only seen each movie once, but of the two, I remember enjoying True Lies a little bit more. So True Lies.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. Nick, what do you say?
True Lies is absolutely one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I can't vote against it at all.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Goonies. It's been overrated for me, but I do enjoy the score of it, especially the beginning, the score. And I haven't seen True Lies, but I'll go with the Goonies because I've seen it.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I also think the Goonies is kind of okay. I didn't grow up with it, so I don't have that nostalgia for it. But it's a solid movie. Like if it's on, I'd be totally happy to watch it. I might go True Lies because and my boy Bill Paxton, in there, and Jamie Lee Curtis is great. So I'll go True Lies. I'm a Bill Paxton stan. What can I say? So anything with him,
fair enough. He's great in that movie, so I'll give it to you.
He's a lot of fun. He's having fun with his character, so it's a good time.
Yeah, so I think these are both really good. Yeah, I really like them both. And I want to get. I don't know if they ever fixed the 4K for True Lies because I heard that it didn't come out so great or something like that. I don't know, but
at least it got it back on streaming though. You can like rent it, and buy it in HD at least. So the rights got fixed. So at least that's something.
But I did grow up with the Goonies, and I'm a big fan of the Goonies. I've been out to like the Goonies house and like all of the filming locations in Astoria, Oregon, and like because me and my ex-wife we did a road trip and we went to all the Goonies locations, and we went to the elementary school where they filmed Kindergarten Cop. That's out there too. So, and just great characters that have a great what's the word that comes? Like chemistry. I don't know why I brain farted on that word, but and like most of them have all gone on to have pretty decent careers, and I'm a big Ki Huey Kwan fan. Like he's probably my favorite data. Like $50 bill, we got a $50 bill, or like him with all his little gadgets and all that stuff. I think it's fun and yeah, they're like we got an action comedy and an adventure comedy. I'll go with the adventure one. I'll go Goonies.
Okay, that's close, but True Lies. We'll take this one. Yeah. All right, so go down to Home Alone. Some more John Candy and John Hughes, and then Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Bill Murray is in Tootsie. So yeah, we've had a lot of Murray and Candy and Chevy Chase and a lot of those those.
I always forget that he's in Tootsie.
Yeah, Bill Murray shows up briefly in Tootsie. Yeah, but Nick.
Home Alone, Christmas classic, and also the only movie that I've seen of these two. So Home Alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, I see both of these. I did enjoy Tootsie. Dustin Hoffman gives a good performance. Love seeing Charles Durning show up as the father to the girl's father. But I see Home Alone more times to go Home Alone.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll probably go Home Alone here. I have seen Tootsie. It's been a long time. I saw it as part of the Cinemark Classic series back in Florida, so I haven't seen it in a theater. I just don't remember a lot of it. I need to go back and rewatch it, but it was good. But I mean, I own Home Alone on VHS, so Home
Alone. Yeah, well, I own both of these on VHS, and one of them on DVD and Blu-ray, so I own 3 copies of Home Alone on all the different formats, but Tootsie, I did kind of grow up watching it, weirdly enough, but then I haven't really watched it since maybe like the late 90s, something like that. So I'm probably due it for a rewatch, but it is a lot of fun, and I think that Dustin Hoffman has pretty good comedic timing and stuff, but yeah, Home Alone's a movie I've seen more than any movie that exists, and it's just great. So yeah, guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me. Let's go with Home Alone. So, Zach.
Yeah, I've seen. So I'm going with Home Alone because I've seen it, but I want to see Tootsie just because I've heard good things about it. So, but I'm going with Home Alone.
No. All right. Just get a big old bag of Tootsie Rolls and watch Tootsie. Come on.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dungeons and Dragons, Honorable Thieves, and Major League. So yeah, Brian.
Yeah, I see both of these. Dungeons and Dragons was a good surprise for 2023, but I'll go with Major League because of the past hit Bobby Uecker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons wasn't bad. I didn't get to it till it kind of came out on streaming. Because I'm not a big fantasy, or Dungeons and Dragons guy, but it was a pleasant surprise. It was enjoyable for what it was. But yeah, Major League is a little more up my alley. Not one of my favorite comedies of all time, but very entertaining when I do watch it. And yeah, rest in peace, Bob Uecker. So I'll do it for him. Come to Major League.
I know, yeah, it's sad.
Mm-hmm. He's great.
Yeah, Major League's great. Yeah, my favorite's probably Dennis Haysbert, because when I first saw it, he was almost unrecognizable. I'm like, that's the guy from like the Allstate commercials stuff. You're in good hands, but he's like a voodoo guy and stuff. And then Corbin Burnson is good. Tom Berenger, and of course the Wild Thing with Charlie Sheen. I think that Major League is a classic. I think that's really good. And Dungeons and Dragons was a great surprise. I saw opening night when it came out, and with all the other D&D fans, but I'm not a big D&D fan, so they were laughing at stuff they're like I didn't really understand, but that was fine. They're just having a good time. Because for a minute I was like turning around and thinking like, what's so funny? What are you laughing at? But it's just stuff that's over my head, bro. So yeah, but I'm gonna vote for Major League, and then I need to go see real quick. Earlier today I was dusting around my Wi-Fi router. I think I unplugged my Ethernet cable, so I have Wi-Fi, but it sucks because it keeps freezing on me. So I'm gonna go plug it back in. But Zach.
Yeah, Zach, what you got?
Yeah, so I've seen both and I enjoy both. I might go with Dungeons and Dragons because when I saw it, like I'm a fantasy guy, but I've never played anything related to Dungeons and Dragons, so it was actually a big surprise for me, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go with Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, and Nick.
So I haven't seen either one of these movies, but I have seen two of the prior Dungeons and Dragons movies that are not this one. And since I didn't like either one of those, I'm going with Major League.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Major League moves on, and we'll scroll on down to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Johnny Depp. And what about Bob? More Bill Murray. It's a
Yeah.
Bill Murray heavy tournament tonight. So it'll be on me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Fear and Loathing. It's just never been my bag. Yeah, it's a little too trippy. And just not really about my alley. What about Bob is very, very funny. One of Bill Murray's kind of really funny, sort of not like quite overlooked, but I think it gets kind of lost in the shuffle, but it's very, very good. So I'll go. What about Bob? Jordan?
Yeah. Yeah, what about Bob's great? Yeah. Baby Steps by Dr. Leo Marvin. Don't want to get a copy of that book still, because you can. But and then Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I don't love it. Like, I actually tried to watch it, and it was kind of tough for me to get through. I did watch it, like, years ago, but it's just like it wasn't really my bag. It's really trippy and all kinds of psychedelic stuff. But what about Bob's fun? Yeah, just Bill Murray being kind of like a crazy wacko guy that that follows his family all the way to like the mountain Lake Winnipesaukee or whatever. so yeah, and also there's a thing that I always quote from this movie whenever I'm like at a dinner and like something tastes really good. I'll be like, just do it over and over and be like, is this hand shucked or like whatever it is, corn, steak? Is this steak hand shucked or whatever? It's like because like it's like, how else do you shuck corn? But yeah, I'll go with what about Bob? Zach.
Yeah, I haven't seen either, but I'm going to go with what about Bob because I am a Richard Dreyfuss fan. So I'm going to go with what about Bob.
Yeah. Nick?
See, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one of those movies like The Big Lebowski where I had to watch it twice before I was like, oh, this is supposed to be a comedy. And I think it really didn't hit me until then, so Fear and Loathing.
All right. Brian?
Yes, if you're Lord twice, I'm not big. I watched it once, and then once you can see if I do enjoy it. Wasn't a fan of it, so what about Bob?
All right. And welcome, Richie. We're finally here. And we've been mulling about how it's been a very heavy Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, John Candy bracket so far. So we've had quite a few of those guys' filmographies on here. But right now we got Fear and Loathing. What about Bob? You can vote before we move on to this one. What you got?
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really consider Fear and Loathing a yuck fest necessarily. It's I like it, but yeah, I want the sets are hilarious. But what about Bob? Bob was a lot of fun, so I'll go that route.
Okay, fair enough. That's what made most people win. So, what about Bob? Move on, and we'll go down to Friday, and we've got Happy Gilmore. So,
Okay.
all right. So I think Jordan's still working on something. So we'll scoot down to Richie. What you got?
Cool. Happy Gilmore obviously popped up here a lot. For good reason. It's a great film. Still nervous about Happy Gilmore 2. We'll see what happens. But Friday comes up a little bit, but not as much, and but it's still a classic. So I will go Friday.
Okay. Well, Jordan, we just passed by you just for a second because you were still out of your chair, but
yeah, okay, yeah,
we'll come back to you. Huh? So Friday versus Happy Gilmore.
Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I had to replug in my Wi-Fi multiple times, or my Ethernet multiple times, but it's on now. So and yeah, this one's pretty tough. I mean, I am kind of champion Happy Gilmore in my comments, but or my my screen name. But Friday's really good. Like what a big worm. I mean, big perm, or that's not a cigarette, that's a cig of weed, or just like Chris Tucker's just so good. I'm a big Chris Tucker fan. I think that he's so funny, and Ice Cube's pretty great when he's on, and this is one of the movies where he's most on. Like he's really good in this. But yeah, Happy Gilmore, though, like I'm just a Sandler guy. It's my number 2 Adam Sandler movie of all time. It is really good. So The Price is Wrong, Bobby. Let's go with Happy Gilmore.
What is that?
So I watched Friday for the first time, I think, a couple of years ago, and I liked it more than I thought I would. But Happy Gilmore is in my top 15 of all time. So Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Nick.
Friday.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Brian.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah. But yeah, I see Friday. It's a great comedy, but I'm a big Sandler fan. It's my second favorite. Happy Gilmore, my second favorite Sandler film. I fear this might be the only Sandler movie at this bracket, so I'll go with Happy Gilmore first of Sandler Love.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to go with Friday because I really love it. And the fact that I feel like we've seen Happy Gilmore in every tournament over the last month because of like the comedy series and like 1996 and like every other. I swear to God, I've seen this thing. I've pulled this graphic 15 times in the last 2 months just for the tournament fight. So I think we give it Happy Gilmore plenty of love. I'm going to give it to Friday because I think the movie's great and it's a great One Crazy Day movie. But
well, it
Richie's
is actually Friday today, you know.
So, but Richie's here now, but we have our first tie. So, Richie, what you got?
Yeah, let's go Friday. Damn.
All right.
Damn. All right. Okay. But Happy Gilmore just became a 3-time champion, so we've been at plenty of love on the show. So it's
you up the Rebecca Black now. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh my God.
She's actually a good fan now. That's another story, but yeah. I actually like
Cheers, yeah.
Got Monty Python's Meaning of Life. And the most recent Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. So,
all right.
So we'll go to Richie actually now that you're here. So, go ahead.
Yeah. I haven't got a rental. Yeah. I feel like I've watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel F 2 recently to kind of give a full opinion. I liked it, but it's just it doesn't sort of. I feel like, maybe I was having too much expectations. And then I championed the Meaning of Life. I know. And it's like probably, a lot of like consensus is sort of the lesser of the sort of 3 movies they brought out. But yeah, I don't know. I've had more time to sit with it, obviously. So I'll go Meaning of Life.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so I haven't seen The Meaning of Life, but I've seen every Beverly Hills Cop movie, and I'm going to go with Axel F, even though it is at the bottom of my rankings, and I rank them in order of how they came out, but I will still go with Axel F.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
So I have only ever seen one Beverly Hills Cop movie, and that was a few years ago. Wasn't all that impressed with it, so I'm going with Monty Python.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, so I see 2 Monty Python movies, Holy Grail and Life of Me, Life of Brian.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, the right joke there. But I did enjoy Beverly Hills. I did enjoy Axel F a lot. It was good. It was a decent legacy sequel. Love seeing Christopher McDonald pop up as cameo golfer there. I will go with Axel F.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, this Meaning of Life one, I tried to rewatch it again because I thought I had a false memory of the opening 20 minutes being this like slow motion thing that the projector was broken. No, that's just how it is. And holy shit, this is the longest 20 minutes opening of any movie ever made. It's fucking terrible. I hate The Meaning of Life. It's my least favorite Monty Python thing they've ever done. I look, and I like Life of Brian. I'm lukewarm on Holy Grail, but I do not like The Meaning of Life. I think that movie sucks. So I don't know what they were thinking. So I'll go XLF because I watched it. It was okay. So, but I'll take okay over horrible. Sorry, Richie. That fucking opening is fucking brutal. That opening is brutal. Fucking brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It takes forever.
And then the fact that Terry Jones just throws up all the time.
Oh my god, that fucking thing is brutal.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like The Meaning of Life. Kind of. I mean, Isn't the opening when the lady's having the baby or something like that? Like,
No, it's the office building thing, and they put the sails on it. It's a pirate.
Oh, okay.
And it's
I remember
it's literally in
next
slow
part of
motion.
it
It takes
after that.
fucking forever.
Okay.
Forever. The whole thing
Like,
is
once
in
you get-
slow motion. I'm like, why? What's the decision here?
Yeah.
What the
Well,
fuck?
when you finally get to the lady having a baby and like they're all ignoring her and all that stuff, like that's when it gets better. But yeah, like I forget about that beginning part. So it must be that forgettable. Yeah. But it's been quite a while since I've seen it. I actually don't mind it. I kind of like it better than The Life of Brian. Kind of. I don't really like get The Life of Brian all that much, but
It's because it makes fun of religions. You don't like that. It's fine. I get it.
well, like it's
I
just
get
weird.
it.
Like I have weird things about movies with religion, which I don't care that they make fun of it. It's just like something that just like it's just not funny to me. I don't know. It's weird.
It's more about people like blindly following things
Yeah.
without thinking about what they're doing,
Yeah.
and just
It's
going
more my life.
as sheep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah, but Beverly Hills XOF might be my second favorite of all the Beverly Hills cop movies, and I think that's good. Like when I watched it, I remember saying like, "Yes, Eddie Murphy's back," which I don't know if they can really like fully say that, but he was really good in this, and he was one of the best parts of the SNL 50th. I'll say he actually like accidentally dropped an F-bomb on accident that they had to bleep out, but during when they're doing the like scared straight thing, like, is this what you want? Like, but then he dropped one, but I'll give it to Beverly Hills Axel F because I think that's fun, and I like some of the old cast returning, and then you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in there, and some of the newer people are good too. Kevin Bacon, all that. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Can we stop pretending like anybody's offended by somebody accidentally dropping an F-bomb as if we don't hear it?
Yeah,
every
right. I
day
know.
in regular society, like, what are we doing? Like, can we stop
Yeah,
just
right.
being like,
Swear words.
stop.
Someone needs to please think of the children or whatever.
But it's
Oh,
Saturday Night Live. It
Saturday Night
airs
Live, it's mature.
This is
it
a
airs
fucking
late at
family
night.
show.
It airs late at night. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, that it aired in prime time, so I think that was part of it for the special, and that since it's live, they didn't have a chance to really bleep it until like later on.
Oh, there's always a delay. There's always a delay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the shows have at least 10-second delays. I'm sure they bleeped it.
I don't know.
Got Better Off Dead and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So we'll actually go to Zach this time.
I'm gonna go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit because I have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Solid logic.
Nick, what do you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not anytime, only when it was funny. Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, we'll go watch Rabbit. It's number 128. Great use of hybrid animation. Only time you see Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny together. Daffy Duck and Donald together. Christopher Lloyd put in the terrifying performance, especially the whole scene where he's a tune at the end. So watch Rabbit.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Better Off Dead is a bizarre movie. Like not in like a bad way, but it's bizarre.
It is
It's
weird. Yeah.
It's a very weird movie. But it does have the guy who was in every 80s movie, Curtis Armstrong. So you know,
Yeah. Right.
he's in every 80s comedy ever made. Yeah. But Roger Rabbit's in my top 64. Like I love Roger Rabbit so much. So yeah, I'll give it to Roger Rabbit.
Well, you know what else is weird about Better Off Dead? It has Dan Schneider in it. Oh gosh. But which he appeared in a few 80s movies, I guess. But yeah. And then I was playing around with some AI. I've been doing that a lot lately. I made like realistic versions of like Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. But then I did a cartoon Eddie Valiant, and then I did one that was like the taxi cab in like made to be realistic. It actually turned out pretty cool. I might post those online sometime. But and yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's really good. And Better Off Dead's really weird. Like the family's doing weird stuff. The mom's like chopping up an octopus in the background at one point, like just doing weird, wacky, off the wall stuff. And then it just cuts to him going skiing, and then back to like normal life, and he's skiing again. And I don't know. It's all over the place. So I'll give it to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Got a homeboy from Karate Kid 2 doing a Howard Cosell impression throughout the movie, which is bizarre.
Oh, yeah. It is a little awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's odd. But
Yeah.
Richie.
There's a sort of a well-known South Park episode where the family goes to the snow because they keep getting sold and try to get sold timeshares, and then like the
Oh yes.
the South Park guys Stan gets caught up in a race. I didn't realize that was like a parody of this movie until I watched it. Like the whole scene plays out in this movie. But
Wow.
but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone like the whatever, like the generator you put the app just had my sensibilities on it, because Shadow of Dead is my kind of weird. It's so strange but so captivating, and then it just out of nowhere just has these, like, it'll go on at a weird pace where it's like, okay, this is really strange, but then you'll just have these out of left field one-liners that are really funny, where it's like he falls into the back of a garbage truck, and then this guy goes, damn, why would anyone throw a perfectly good white boy like that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
that line is good.
But yeah, I will go better up to it, but I understand what Road Rabbit is going through. Road Rabbit is great, and yeah, obviously it's Pez, one of Pez's favorite movies. He's got no choice, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I forgot though. Yeah, that the guy from Karate Kid 2 that played Chosen. Yeah,
Chosen. Yeah, he goes around like he's in the car with the speaker, just going like, "Howard Cosell here with Muhammad Ali." Just like it's fucking weird. It's like, what the? Yeah. All right, so we got Dumb and Dumber and Night Shift. All right, so who here has seen Night Shift? I was gonna watch it, but I didn't get a chance to.
I've seen it, but I'm not gonna vote for it.
I know of it.
I know of it. I just haven't.
I've heard of it.
So
but
no, I have it on Blu-ray, and I just didn't get a chance to actually watch it, and I meant to, but I will get around to it. So I'm assuming everybody's voting for Dumb and Dumber on this.
Yeah.
One, so just move it on. Yeah,
naturally.
Gotcha. All right, so just checking.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. No, I figured that would happen. But it is Ron Howard's first movie, so I'm gonna get to it. I have it on Blu-ray. So
Dumb and Dumber, I'll say, is my favorite comedy of all time. So I'll easily vote for that.
Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps, so horror comedy, and The Sandlot. So, all right, Nick.
Forever. Sandlot's a classic. I love it.
Yeah.
Gotta go with it.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian, yeah.
yeah, I do enjoy horror comedies, but haven't got around to Night of the Creeps yet. I do enjoy silent movies, and do it for Danger Jones, Sandlot.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, no, I don't mind if The Sandlot goes through, but maybe I'll be the only lone vote for Night of the Creeps because that's one I've always kind of advocated for. It's a really fun, like, kind of college, buddy movie, that turns into a crazy zombie movie with Tom Atkins and just a really fun, tone to it. If you like Slither, if you've ever seen Slither, go back and watch Night of the Creeps. Yeah. It's great. I'll give me, I'll at least give a vote to Night of the Creeps. So we'll see what happens. Jordan.
Yeah. So I actually really like Night at the Creeps. I think that it's good. It's funny, kind of like a college like comedy with a horror twist of these kind of like alien body snatcher like type of things. But yeah, The Sandlot is like one of my all-time favorites that I grew up with. Like, anyone who wants to be a Can't Hack It Pennywise who wears their mama's bra, raise their hand. Just like so many just great lines. And the cast of The Sandlot's coming to Boise in May. So I just found out earlier today that Chris Scott got his ticket to the screening they're going to have, and they're going to have like a bunch of the cast. They're going to have like 8 of them there, and you can meet them and get autographs and all that stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun because apparently Chris knows someone who owns this historic Egyptian theater they got there. So you got tickets. So that's cool. So I'll vote for The Sandlot. But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, these are two like big blind spots. But yeah, I probably, just because I'm on a horror comedy kick at the moment, because like Hard Eyes was really entertaining. I love that movie a lot. And like Monkey's supposed to be pretty good. I'll see that tomorrow, I believe, at this point.
Same here.
Yeah, I'll go Night of the Creeps because I probably can't get around to that quicker than I'll probably get to the Sandlot. So I'll go Night of the Creeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier this year, I went to where they filmed the Sandlot, to the actual like the baseball field, and they have a sign there that says the actual Sandlot there, but there's not a baseball field. It's just overgrown weeds and stuff. And then the trees there where they had the tree house, no tree house though. And then even the people across the street is weird. They live there across the street, and they come up to us. They're like, "Hey, is that really where they filmed the Sandlot? Did they really film this here?" We're like, "Well, you live here, don't you know? We're like, what's going on in your neighborhood?" Or it was weird. so yeah, but Zach, what do you say?
I'm conflicted. Because I've seen the Sandlot and I think it's good. But Pez kind of sold me on Night of the Creeps.
That's good.
So I think I'm gonna go with Night of the Creeps.
Okay, so we've got a tie to Zach. So either way,
I'm gonna credit you, Pez. Night of the Creeps.
okay.
Ooh.
All right.
That.
It's a fun one. I
Probably
think it's
upset,
on,
but that's fine.
I think it's on Tubi if you want to watch it. I think I'll look that up in a minute, but it's really fun. It's a fun movie, and it's like 90 minutes or 85 minutes or something. It's quick.
Yeah,
yeah, it's good.
that's good.
Gross Point Blank and Swingers. So,
Two movies where people wear shades.
That's right.
Yeah.
in the poster. That's right. Brian.
Yeah, I see Swingers once. I might do a rewatch because I found this okay. How is the Gross Point Blank? But I heard it had Jack Black in it. I'm a big Jack Black fan, so no Gross Point Blank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's only in it for a little bit, but
Okay.
he's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what Brother Tommy just makes bit parts in the 90s.
yeah. But Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll go Gross Point Blank. Yeah, it's a fun. Yeah, John Cusack. I kind of miss roles like this, and yeah, it's our second John Cusack movie, by the way. That aren't dead. So yeah, we've had all the same people popping up. Yeah, and I think Swingers is okay. I think it's kind of a product of its time, but I don't know if it holds up as well. But I'll go Gross Point Blank.
Yeah, so if I watched Swingers for this, that movie is boring. That movie is boring as boring gets. I could not like. I almost turned it off at one point because you got Jon Favreau being like the lead guy, but like he's like dating someone, but he wants to date this other girl, and he's like back and forth. They can't make up his mind, and he's like the most awkward person around girls. He's supposed to be like really awkward, but then all of a sudden he like takes some dance class and learns how to swing dance really well, and he's like doing swing dancing in the club. It's just it's weird. And then Vince Vaughn's just doing it like usual, just kind of talking and trying to hook up with girls, and like Jon Favreau's like ruining all his chances to get laid because he's so awkward and all that. So, and then Ron Livingston and Heather Graham pop up, and I don't even know what their point in the movie is. Well, Heather Graham's kind of like a love interest, I guess, for Jon Favreau. But then there's Gross Point Blank, which is a great movie. It's really good. John Cusack just going back for his high school reunion that he doesn't really want to go back, but he kind of gets pulled into it. But he also like this hitman, and like he's just randomly goes back because he has a job in his old hometown. He's like having random gunfights and just doing some fun stuff. And then like Dan Aykroyd shows up and Joan Cusack, she's in it. So yeah, I'll give it to Gross Point Blank. Richie, yeah.
What did John Cusack actually do to get into like direct streaming and like red box territory? I don't know. I can follow the career of other people. I can get why this happened, but I don't know. I don't feel like John Cusack ever did like anything like anything bombed terribly. But anyway,
no, weird.
Yeah. I seen Swingers once, and that was like way before I probably should have watched it. And I don't remember much about it. I probably watched Gross Point Blank probably before I should watch it too, but found it more entertaining. I must have found it more entertaining because I remember more of it. And yeah, I remember having a lot of fun with it. So I'll go Gross Point Blank.
I think John Cusack pissed off the Jews in Hollywood. He's very anti-Israel, so maybe that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it could have been that because the last big thing I remember him doing is like Hot Tub Time Machine, and then he kind of like didn't do anything big after that. It's weird.
Yeah.
but Zach.
Yeah, so Swingers was actually a movie I wanted to see for the 1996 tournament, and I just didn't get around to it. So I still haven't seen it. But I do enjoy Grosse Pointe Blank. I've seen it multiple times, and I just think it's entertaining and good performances. So Grosse Pointe Blank.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no need to rush out to see Swingers. It's fine. It's not that great. So, but Nick, what do you say?
So I have seen Grosse Pointe Blank. Put that in air quotes because I started the movie, fell asleep, and woke up during the credits.
Oh,
But I hear that Swingers
Dang.
is a classic, so I'll give the vote to Swingers.
Okay.
Yeah, people say it's a classic. I just don't know why.
I got My Cousin Vinny, and this is Spinal Tap. So, me, yeah, I've never been a big This Is Spinal Tap fan. I'm kind of in that minority where I don't find it terribly engaging. Like I kind of get why it's a cult classic if people are into it. I'm not personally that into it. Mockumentaries can be a little hit or miss for me. But My Cousin Vinny is very, very funny. I'm a big Joe Pesci fan, and it's just a fun little nugget of his filmography. So, and I also love Lane Smith. I know it's really random, but he's the character actor that plays the prosecutor in that movie, and he's Coach Riley in Mighty Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Mighty
the
Ducks,
prosecutor,
yeah.
and then My
He's
Cousin
awesome.
Vinny. He's great. He's a good little character actor that I enjoy. So I'll go with My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, so I also don't really understand this is Spinal Tap all that much. I don't really find it that funny. I just kind of much like Caddyshack for me. It just doesn't do anything for me. I'm just like whatever. But it's even probably less funnier than Caddyshack, honestly. But I heard they want to do some kind of sequel, maybe. I thought I maybe heard some like rumblings about that.
That's
I don't
another
know,
one
though.
that's been in develop as long as the Goonies sequel has been in development. So
Yeah.
I would take that as a fucking grain of salt until they actually do it. So,
Yeah.
They're all fucking old.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You got to do This Is something else, like some other band. but yeah, My Cousin Vinny is really good. Yeah, and Marissa Tomei is like at peak like hotness in this. So and also Ralph Macchio, like he's good too. So yeah, I'll give it to My Cousin Vinny.
They'll have to call it This Is Spinal Surgery because they'll need that to walk around during the damn movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Seriously. This is geriatric spinal tap. Or something.
Yeah. Richie?
This is spinal stenosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like My Cousin Vinny, but I'll give them love to Spinal Tap. I thought it was. I think it's a lot of fun. I think my dad introduced it to me back in the day. Yeah, I just think it's. I have a lot of fun with it. I think that's when I first saw what like Harry Shearer looked like, but outside of Simpsons. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll go to Spinal Tap.
Yeah, all the guys in This Is Spinal Tap, I just looked it up, are all close to 80, so I don't know how you do this movie like now.
No.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's I think it's just a bad idea. Just don't do it.
Just make it like the Rolling Stones. They're in their 80s.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this is another matchup of two movies that I've seen once. And of the two, I enjoyed This Is Spinal Tap a little bit more, so This Is Spinal Tap.
okay.
10 out to 11.
Yeah. Nick.
I love My Cousin Vinny. It's so very, very quotable. I don't know any Spinal Tap lines outside of it goes to 11, so we're going to go with My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, not big as this Spinal Tap either. It's overrated for me. I do enjoy My Cousin Vinny. It's a great comedy film, great courtroom film, and The Two Youths, My Cousin Vinny.
Okay. My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
All right. And there we go. We're done with one side, so let's jump to the other side.
All right.
Richie, yeah, I'll show you the ones to miss. You'll probably agree with most of them. So, what about Bob or Fear and Loathing? You came out on that one. Major League over Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Home Alone over Tootsie, just because most people have seen it. True Lies over the Goonies. Vacation and Caddyshack. Those close one, but Vacation.
That'd be hard. That's hard, but yeah, Vacation. Yeah.
Blockers over Blues Brothers.
No, no.
Yeah, I disagree with that one too. But I can't ever get Blues Brothers any love on this show, Richie. It just doesn't happen. So I needed you for that one. Trainwreck over Meatballs. It's fine. Borat 2 over Bottoms.
I'd go Bottoms there, actually.
And Fall Guy over Peanut Butter Falcon. So there you go.
I don't even know if it's Peanut Butter Falcon comedy necessarily.
I asked
Yeah, it's very
George
loose.
I don't know, but
Yeah, right.
if you look it up on IMDb, it says quirky comedy, coming of age comedy. So I don't know. I guess loosely,
Yeah.
it's in there. All right, we'll jump to the other side and see what else we got. We got Midnight Run and Robin Hood Men in Tights. So Jordan,
Ooh, fudge. These are both really good. Yeah. Let's see. Just gonna look up one thing real quick since I went first. But yeah. Midnight Run was one I was like a little late to. I saw it maybe about 2 years ago, and it's really good. Charles Grodin, which I miss Charles Grodin. I really liked him as an actor, but and then Robert De Niro and it's really good. But man, Robin Hood Men in Tights. I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan, and yeah, like hey 90 and a hi ho, and then like the like Dave Chappelle in there being Achu and then Patrick Stewart at the end when he's like henceforth put out a decree that all the toilets in the land should now be known as John's or whatever. There's some good stuff in there, and Carrie Elwes is always good in these types of comedies. So I'll give it to Robin Hood Men in Tights. Richie.
I think I watched Robin Hood Men in Tights the first time, like at like school when I was like near the end of the year, and the teacher doesn't want to do anything. It's like it's term's finished. Here's a movie, but I don't think they realized how sort of rude it was necessarily. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure I had to like excuse myself to go to the bathroom a couple of times because I was laughing so much. And that way, and the dude falls into the puddle. He's like, I can't swim. That was fun. But yeah, so I'll go Robin Hood Men in Tights, but Midnight Run is fun as well.
All right. I didn't know.
So,
Go ahead, Zach.
Sorry.
So Midnight Run is a movie that's been on my to watch list for years now. Just haven't gotten around to it. But Robin Hood Men in Tights is my favorite Mel Brooks movie. So it's a very easy matchup for me. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nick.
But yeah, it's funny when he swims all the way to England or wherever he's at, all the way across the ocean or something. It's like it's good stuff. But Nick,
Wasn't your mole on the wrong side? Robin Hood Men in Tights.
oh yeah, that's right. The moving the mole. It's that one. Yeah. Brian.
We're men in tights. Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's my vote.
Yeah. Also, well, we've seen her outside because she had her own show, but Tracy Ullman, you get to see her outside of this a little more here than that. Her original Tracy Ullman one. But Austin.
I would have voted for Midnight Run. I think it's really underrated. Good little buddy comedy kind of road trip movie. Really good Joey Pantoliano role. It really early like De Niro comedy like that actually really works. He has good chemistry with Grodin, so I would have thrown a vote to Midnight Run. But all right, Robin.
Yeah.
Going down to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. More John Candy. So he's popping up a lot. And The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh shit.
So Richie.
Yeah, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is all right. I think it's a bit too long for me. I think there's the Pedro Pascal stuff is all right, but the Tiffany Haddish stuff is annoying. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a classic. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a classic. I love it, and it's just a great. Yeah, it's just a great movie that's got a lot of heart to it. I know they've talked about remaking this movie a lot of times. Please don't. I know like Drew Barrymore and I think they were joking, but Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler were talking about it.
Please,
but
God, no.
but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I did it a lot. So yeah, I'll go Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
Oh, this is a fun matchup. Yeah, so at the end of last year, near Thanksgiving, I finally watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I think it's okay. I think it's a good movie. It's not. I don't think it's as great as people like hype it up to be, but it's not a bad movie. And I watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent like last week for the first time, and I really enjoyed the main story. I think the Tiffany Haddish story doesn't work as well, but I like Nicolas Cage and I like Pedro Pascal. I'm going to give a slight edge to The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
So, like Zach, I just watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for the first time for Thanksgiving last year, and it is just so very funny. I can understand why it was a classic. I don't know why it avoided me for so long, but I just love that fucking scene in the fucking bus station. So, Planes, Trains, and
Yeah, right.
Automobiles.
Yep. The scene that gave it the R rating, probably. But Brian.
Yeah, I did enjoy Verbal Way Master Talent. I saw it for first and last year. It's decent. I did enjoy the chemistry with Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal. Did enjoy the Paddington 2 talk there. But Patriots on Meals is a great Thanksgiving movie. The chemistry is great with Martin and Candy. And having a fair character actress, E. McClurgan as the DMV person. You're fucked. Patriots on Meals.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Planes, Trains. It's one I watch every year, and yeah, Del Griffith is an all-time great character, and yeah, I'm with the consensus that Unbearable Master Talent is good, except for all the Tiffany Haddish shit, which kills any momentum of that movie. Like, and it's just a completely unnecessary storyline that you just don't need in that movie, and it's just, and I don't like Tiffany Haddish anyway, so it's just like, oh my god, that was right in the middle when she was popping up in every other movie, and it was starting to annoy me. I'm glad that's kind of tapered off a little bit, but yeah, I'll go Planes, Trains.
We have another also Ike Barinholtz, like he's in that too. but yeah, I think that the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was like sort of a missed opportunity to like it could have been so much better than it was, and I don't know if anyone else is getting Pedro Pascal fatigue, but that guy is in everything. I swear, he's in every freaking movie. Like I've seen like 3 trailers this year that he has like coming up. I'm like, what the hell?
And then he was in like 3 sketches on the SNL 50. I was like, all right, enough.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
you know, all the people in the crowd, and he's in 3 sketches. I was like, stop, dude.
No. You trying to change for a sketch. You paid Pascal.
There's that trailer. I saw it before you posted it, but it was like Tom Hanks. I couldn't see Tom Hanks at all in that trailer. I guess he is in that trailer, but I hate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, was I getting to the point where like even like my dad, who's not a huge movie guy, but he does watch them, but like even he's saying like that guy's in everything. Jeez. Yeah, but
he's getting the Chris Pratt treatment right now because that was what Chris Pratt was doing.
Or he's getting the Tiffany Haddish treatment also because she was in everything for a while, but because Tiffany Haddish, I think she's good, kind of like outside of acting, like she's very hit and miss. She's actually not always good. She's sometimes really good. She's very hit and miss for me. They just saw her on a podcast where she was really funny. There's a podcast.
They're right in bit parts like that. They really get into it. She pops up in Bad Boys, Ride or Die, and it's like, oh, you're fine.
Yeah, there's a podcast called the Right Now podcast with the Necrogoblicon that hosted, and she was the guest this week, and she was actually really good. But anyways, back to this is Plane, Trains, and Automobiles is great. And if you go on the YouTube, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles has a lot of deleted scenes. Just like probably like almost enough to make a whole nother movie, honestly. And there's a whole like deleted scene with Larry Hankin. He plays Doobie, the cab driver, and but they have an extended scene where like he's just driving them all over town and just telling crazy stories and stuff, and it's actually really funny. Like I would highly recommend that. But I'll go Planes, Trains.
All right, Planes, Trains.
Doesn't Kevin Bacon try to do the tea into the cab? Was
Yeah,
that
he's the guy at the
I think
beginning.
so.
Yeah, it's a cameo at the beginning. Yeah, he steals his
Uh-huh.
cameo.
Mm.
So we got the OG Beverly Hills Cop and Big Trouble in Little China.
Ooh.
All right, so Zach.
I'm glad you actually started with me because these are two movies that are in my top 64. I really enjoy Beverly Hills Cop, but I recently rewatched Big Trouble in Little China, and I enjoy it more and more each time I watch it because it's so ridiculous and so over the top that that's why I love the movie because it's so nonsensical. But I'm gonna give it to Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
So I've seen both of these movies, and I don't remember liking either one, but I do need to rewatch Big Trouble in Little China. It does seem like a movie that I would really enjoy. I just kind of watched it at the wrong time. I was way too young for it, so I'm going to go with Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, this is a good action comedy matchup, both action comedies. I do enjoy Big Trouble in Little China. I do love seeing James Hogg show up as the villain. But I see Beverly Hills Cop more times, so I'll go Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Beverly Hills Cop fan. I think it's okay. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China rocks. And Kurt Russell's great in that movie. And it's best, Nick, if you go back and watch it and realize that Jack Burton, the Kurt Russell character, is not the hero of the movie, but he thinks he is. He thinks he's the main. He thinks he's the main character, but he's not. So,
main character syndrome is like.
Yeah, he's got main character syndrome. He thinks he's going to be the big badass hero, but he fails miserably at every corner, and it's really fun.
Oh, wow.
His sidekick is actually the real hero. So, yeah, I'll go Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Watch it that way. I think you'll really appreciate it. So,
that's a fun way to think about it. Yeah. But yeah. This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to who's ever listening out there. Yeah, I think that's a lot of fun, and you kind of throw some mystical things in there. They're doing all kinds of I don't know what else to call it besides mystical, just all kinds of powers and spirits and things. And then Beverly Hills Cop is really good. I think that's one of the better roles for Eddie Murphy. Just like the banana in the tailpipe, and he's fast talking and kind of a smooth kind of guy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Big Trouble in Little China here. So yeah,
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, I love the first Beverly Hills Cop. I think it's great. I probably selected for the second one over the first, but Big Trouble in Little China is is my jam. I think it's great. I'm surprised they haven't remade it, but I'm glad they haven't remade it at the same time. I know The Rock was attached to one ages ago, but
that's right.
It doesn't seem he's going in that direction lately. He's bringing it, talking about that. He's going to be in Scorsese's next movie, which is weird. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'll go Big Trouble in Little China. I think that's great.
All right, Big Trouble in Little China.
But if you talk to John Roca, he'll call Big Trouble in Little China a B movie, which in some ways I can see it.
I mean,
it is a B movie.
Yeah,
it is. But that's not a negative.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like a send up of all great B movies. That's
right.
Got Dolomite Is My Name, a little more Eddie Murphy, right from there. And The Disaster Artist. We have two movies about making movies.
Yeah,
oh man.
Yeah, I swear that's how it came up. I just ran past them all. But yeah, the two movies about making movies. All right, so Nick.
So I watched Disaster Artist. I thought it was all right, but I haven't seen Dolomite Is My Name, so I'm gonna have to go with the Disaster Artist on this one.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I see both of these. I really do enjoy them a lot. Dolomite Is My Name is great. Return to Fort Eddie Murphy. Disaster Artist is a great performance by James Franco. I wouldn't mind either way to move on, but I'll go slightly Disaster Artist.
Yeah. Austin.
No, I mean, you guys know I love The Room. I love Tommy Wiseau. I just went to another screening of that with Greg Sestero, the guy Dave Franco is playing in the movie, with a little Q&A thing. That was great. And yeah, it's it's great stuff. I also love Dolomite is My Name, though. I think it's one of Ed Murphy's best roles ever. And I love, again, that's also about making bad movies. Those Dolomite movies are terrible, but like they're so sincere, and heartfelt that it just rocks. This is tricky, but I'll even it out and say Dolomite, but I don't hate one. Jordan.
But yeah, I did not hit. I did not. Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark. But the Disaster Artist is a lot of fun, and it's one of the better memories that I had because me and my ex, we sort of had like a Venn diagram of like movies. Like she had hers over here, and then I had mine, and then like very rarely we would cross and like actually like really enjoy a movie together. But we went to the theater and we both loved the Disaster Artist. We had a great time, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like when they do it right, where they're remaking a bad movie, but then showing like the making of it. I mean, it's kind of like a fun way to do a remake of a movie, kind of like versus just doing like a straight up remake. And they're doing the same thing almost with Dolomite, but I think I just like the Disaster Artist a little bit better. Kind of my kind of like comedy people in it too that I kind of gravitate towards a little more. So I'll go with the Disaster Artist. But Richie, what do you say?
This is really tough. I love Disaster Artist. I think Tommy Wiseau is just an interesting human being. Just one of those interesting human beings that are walking the planet. That's they keep them very mysterious. Like how did he get the money? How did
How old is he? How old is he?
How old is he?
Where did he come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Where's he?
So yeah, and then the cast around him's great, and I think Dave Franco's great, Seth Rogen, and Dolomite, My Name is great, and just and I love that sort of period, that exploration, that period of cinema, the blaxploitation. I think the Wesley Snipes is great as well. Ask me again another day. I might change my mind. I'll say Dolomite's My Name.
Okay.
But according to Google, Tommy Wiseau comes from Poznan, Poland. I guess weird. So, but Zach.
Yeah, so I saw the Disaster Artist. The only time I've seen it was when it came out in theaters, and I really enjoyed it. And I saw Dolomite is My Name last year for the Eddie Murphy tournament, and I really enjoyed that movie as well. I'm going to give the slight edge to Dolomite, though.
Yeah.
So another tie to Nick this time.
I'll give it to Dolomite. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
but
so,
did anyone see that Tommy Wiseau movie, the Big Shark that came out? That movie kind of came and went, but it
didn't even come out. It played at a few festivals. It hasn't really been released yet.
Oh, I could have sworn that it was on like Tubi or like some weird streaming service.
Yeah, but it was like announced like years ago.
Yeah. Weird.
Captain Fantastic and Time Bandits. Brian.
Yeah, I haven't seen either one of these actually. I'll go with Captain Fantastic. I've heard about it.
Yeah, Nick.
Me?
Oh, sorry. I was on another tab and then I clicked over. So I said who I thought was next. Austin. Yeah.
I've sort of seen Captain Fantastic. I watched half of it. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep, so I don't think it was my bag. And Time Bandits is another bizarre movie. It's just like I don't know what the hell. Yeah, it's bizarre Terry Gilliam shit. Yeah, with just like little people running around and pirate ships. I don't know what the hell's going on in that movie either. Some kind of Terry Gilliam fever dream. But I've seen it all the way through, so I'll say Time Bandits, I guess. But it's kind of a wash for me.
Yeah. So Captain Fantastic is the one movie on this whole tournament I haven't seen, and I tried really hard to get to it today, and I just didn't have time. So, but I've seen Time Bandits. The movie's fun, and I also really enjoyed the TV series, the Taika Waititi. It was kind of a missed opportunity for little people or like dwarfs to have them on there, but they didn't really go that way on the TV shows, and plus the series got canceled after a season, which is sad because I thought it was pretty good and funny. Had a lot of heart. Lisa Kudrow is pretty good, and like the main kid, but I'll give it to Time Bandits here. I just haven't seen Captain Fantastic. But Richie, what do you say?
Captain Fantastic is one of those movies that I hear around like Oscar season and never hear about again. I think that was one of those movies where I haven't seen it. Time Bandits is like weird, but like it's sort of, I don't know. It's one of the more entertaining Terry Gilliam films. Terry Gilliam sort of hit and miss. Obviously I like to sort of associated with your Monty Python sort of guys, so I like them there. But like some of the stuff can be too bizarre. It's sort of like David Lynchian kind of thing. It's sort of put them on the same way with David Lynch in that regard. But so I'll go Time Bandits.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen either. I'm more interested in seeing Time Bandits, even though I tried to watch the show, and I couldn't even get through 2 episodes of that show. I thought it
really?
Was,
oh,
I thought it was awful. Lisa Kudrow was the worst part of that show to me. I just could not get through it. But I want to see the movie because hopefully it's better. So I'll give it to Time Bandits.
Well, I'm a comedy / family guy, so it was a combo of those genres. But
you're a family guy, Peter.
Yeah, I'm Peter Griffin. Yeah. Nick.
Okay.
Captain Fantastic, I guess.
Sure.
That's all I got.
All right, that's fine. All right, Time Bandits moves on. I got Wayne's World and Mallrats.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Two kind of duos.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's on me. I like Wayne's World. I'm an SNL guy. I've never been the biggest. Like, I think the movies are good, but I'm not kind of as obsessed with them as kind of everybody else seems to be. I'm more of a Kevin Smith guy, and Mallrats. I watched it again not too long ago, and that movie grows on me every time I watch it, and I think it's great. So I'll go Mallrats. And by the way, something I noticed this last time I watched it, Jason Lee has a Tremors poster in his room, so that puts it over for me. Yeah, so kudos. So Jason Lee and Brody has good taste in that movie. He loves Tremors, so the kudos to him.
Yeah, this is really tough because these are both movies in my 128, and one of them's in my top 64. So it's tough, but because Mallrats is my favorite View Askew universe movie, but Wayne's World is so good, and I have Wayne's World ranked a little higher. That's the one in my top 64 because there's just so many off the wall, just kind of quotes like a gun rack. I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack. What am I going to do with a gun rack? And like the whole, like that girl that's like obsessed, and then she like biffs it on her bike and into the car. It's just, oh man. And it's like out of any sketch on SNL, that's going to be like top 5 for me, like sketches of all time. Whenever a Wayne's World could pop up. If Dana Carvey would have been there, that they could have had an opportunity, but for the 50th, but I think he was sick, is what he said, so he couldn't come. But man, I think I got to give it to Wayne's World, as much as it kind of hurts. But I wouldn't be mad if either one of these went through. So, Richie,
I want to get this quote up. One time, my cousin got Walter hit. My cousin Walter got this cat stuck up his ass. True story. He bought it at a local Walmart. local. So the whole fiasco wound up in the news. It was embarrassing to relatives and all. But next week he did it again. Different cat, same results. Complete with another trip to the emergency room. So I run into him a week later in the mall, and he's buying another cat. And I says to him, "Jesus, wait, what are you doing? You know you're just gonna get the cat stuck up your ass too. Why don't you just knock it off?" And he said, "Brody, how else am I supposed to get the gerbil out?" My cousin was a weird dude. Anyway, I'll let that line. We watched movies. We were doing I think we're doing a tribute episode for Shannon Doherty, and I ended up like I realized I why I liked the film, because I was like, is it? Because it was sort of in my lesser of Kevin Smith's things, and I'm like, actually, it probably went up a bit, because it was just generally really funny, fun with it. So I'm gonna go Mallrats.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach, what do you say?
So I have seen Wayne's World. I think it's good. Last year was the first time I ever saw any Kevin Smith movie, and so I started from the beginning with Clerks. But I have heard good things about Mallrats, and I want to see it. I want to see Mallrats a little bit more than I would watch Wayne's World again. So Mallrats.
Well, Nick, what do you say?
For the possibility of a Tia Carrera face-off, I'm going with the Wayne's World.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, Year 5 Bugs Bunny Tractor Way Polo dress play girl buddy. No. That quote makes me laugh all the time when I see the film. I do enjoy Wayne's World. I love the Bohemian Rhapsody scene beginning. But we have never seen Mallrats ever pop up on Surface. I must still go Mallrats.
Okay. Austin.
Oh, Mallrats.
Okay.
Tag.
I'm part of the third court, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tag.
Another duo.
Tag and Bill and Ted Face the Music. And Jordan, you are bumping your mic a lot, so try to ease up. So,
am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even touched it. I don't know what's going on. I have not touched it once.
Go ahead.
That's me first. I think Tag is a lot better than people give it credit for. I think that it's fun. I think it's got a really good ensemble cast. It's a good time. I really like Hannibal Buress whenever he pops up, and Jeremy Renner is fun. John Hamm, and then Bill and Ted Face the Music, I thought was pretty good. I mean, Keanu Reeves is just kind of like, I don't know. He's sort of an enigma to me, because like I love the guy so much, but I still think that he's not the greatest actor, because he's just so just whoa, like just deadpan, like whatever, but it really works for what he does, So I think probably just because it's Bill and Ted Face the Music and it's the lesser of the three, I'll give it to Tag here and just see what happens. So yeah. But Richie, what do you say?
For me, mediocre comedy, Tag comes up a lot here. Fuck. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I saw. I think Bill Ted Face Music was like one of the first films I saw like in the theater, like maybe during the 2020 like sort of pandemic, when we were sort of allowed to be out like with sort of groups of people, like a friend like for his birthday hired a theater, and we watched Bill and Ted Face Music, and we were, it was a whole thing. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I think the Samara Weaving and kind of the other chick that plays Keanu's kid, but she was good as well. I thought it was fun. Good nostalgia trip. Not as good as that too, but it was still fun. I didn't need it to be as good as that too. I just needed it to be a good movie, and it was. Kid Cudi is good at it too. Shows up. So I'm gonna go Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
I really enjoyed Tag when I saw it, especially when you had a year of Tag and Game Night. I thought those were two great movies to come out the same year. I'm a big Bill and Ted fan, and I was kind of disappointed with Face the Music. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I thought all this stuff with their daughters was the best part of it, and the trip that Bill and Ted go on just wasn't as exciting as I thought it could have been. So I'm going to give it to Tag.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
I haven't seen Tag, so Bill and Ted.
Sure, yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tag, but I agree. Bill and Ted Face the Music is the weakest of the trilogy for me. But I've seen it, so Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Tag is about as mediocre as everybody says it is. And yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music is I mean, it's the third of the trilogy, but I still think it's fun. Yeah, that was Richie. There was like a mom and pop theater like an hour away from me. That was like the only theater that kind of opened about 6 months after COVID started, and I finally went there. And my double feature was Bill and Ted Face the Music and the New Mutants. So I got to see them both on the same day.
Tim here, I did that same double feature.
Yeah, that was what was out at this little independent like 6-screen theater. So I went, saw some movies, and then
I drove 2 hours to see that. Yeah,
yeah, I drove an hour, but so I mean, it's still good to get back in the movies, even if New Mutants sucked. But but no, I still thought Bill and Ted was all right. So I'll go Bill and Ted. All right. Okay, so Drunken Master, which came on this list of Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
And Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Richie.
Jesus. All right. Kentucky Fried Movie is generally funny. It's just sort of, it's just a bunch of. I haven't seen it in ages, though. It's just a bunch of random shit.
It's just a bunch of random like sketches and stuff. It's like
it's a bunch of random sketches. It's not really. It doesn't have like a full on like plot line. I think it's weird to vote for something called Drunken and argue it's more coherent, but it is. It's a more coherent plot line. It's got more of a structure, and it's funny. So I'll go Drunken Master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zach.
So this is Drunken Master. Is that the '90s one?
No, this is the 1978 one. This is the OG one. Yeah, he made two of them. Yeah, and yeah, it's funny. The sequel is called, in some places called Drunken Master 2, in some places called The Legend of Drunken Master. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Oh.
Where it's at.
Well, actually, you made my decision a lot easier because I tried to watch the original one and I could not get through it at all. I've heard that the second one, the one that came out in the 90s, is a lot better, and I kind of want to see that one. So because I didn't like the first one, I'm going to go with Kentucky Fried Movie.
Sure.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
So first, Zach, do yourself a favor. Legend of the Drunken Master is one of Jackie Chan's best films. This one, the original Drunken Master, I actually really like a lot. And I haven't seen Kentucky Fried Movie, so Drunken Master all the way.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I haven't seen either one, but I'll go with Drunken Master because it had Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Well, I wish it was first because I just watched Kentucky Fried Movie and there's some good stuff in it. But Austin.
No, I mean I've seen the Kentucky Fried Movie. It's very hit or miss. Like some of the stuff is pretty funny, but some of the stuff it's very low budget. But some of the stuff is kind of dull. It's very dated, but it's still kind of wacky. And it's our second John Landis movie, by the way, because we talked about Blues Brothers earlier. But I'll go Drunken Master because I'll watch Jackie Chan a little bit more.
Yeah. So I watched the Kentucky Fried Movie today for the first time. This movie is hard R. This movie is like got so much nudity and it's crazy. They have a whole thing that's like a softcore porn, like in the middle almost. That's called Catholic High School Girls in Trouble, and it's just like just people. just all these girls taking off their tops and like running around a school and just doing wacky shenanigans, and they're in peril and someone has to come save them. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's like and like it has about like 10 different topless girls just running all over the place.
And this
Just
was
going
a
around.
negative.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's a negative. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's a thing that
it happened. Yeah,
that's
Sure.
in the movie. But then they have another scene. It's near the end where two people are watching the news. There's a couple. They're literally having passionate sex on a couch, and they're like slowly taking each other's clothes off. But you see the news anchor like getting distracted, and so he's like trying to get through the news stories, but he can't because he's like watching this couple through the TV, making little comments about like, oh, they're taking the clothes off, or I mean, so in today's story or whatever, and then you see all the people from the like newsroom, they're like running to the screen to like look at what this couple's doing, even though it's the joke that they can't really see them. And they do some like really funny stuff with like some kung fu movies in there too that like they're just doing off the wall zany kind of like just crazy voiceovers. And then at the end, there's like one of the guys is like, all you got to do, you got to click your heels 3 times with your ruby slippers. You want to get back home. And then like there's a whole like Wizard of Oz thing too, where they're like, there's no place like home. And then he like wakes up and he's like, oh, Auntie M, I had this crazy dream and you were there. So there's some like pretty funny stuff of the 70s in it. And but you are right for it being very hit and miss though, because the miss parts, like when they're just doing like the like regular newscast stuff, it's just really boring and really hard to get through. But then they get into some like drop dead funny stuff where I was laughing out loud pretty good. So, and then Drunken Master's great, but I'm kind of on a high from the Kentucky Fried movie, so I'll vote for that.
What did you say the Catholic thing was called? The nudity segment was called?
It's called Catholic High School Girls in Trouble. So you should look that up and just watch that scene. Because they are like some like A-list models naked running around.
All right, so we got Bullet Train and What We Do in the Shadows. So Zach.
Yeah, which is on. Which you can talk still, but that's our little
this is easy for me. I haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows yet, but I have seen Bolt Train and I did enjoy it. So Bolt Train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nick.
So I'm not a big Taika Waititi fan, but Bullet Train does seem like it's up my alley. So based on that alone, I'm going to go with Bullet Train.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, for me, I would classify Bullet Train as a comedy, far more action-y. But I'll go with What We Do in the Shadows because it's a great horror comedy, a great mockumentary, and plus, guys, the new version of it, so we gotta go with What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go What We Do in the Shadows. It's in my 128. Bullet Train was okay, but I think it was a little overstuffed and a little overlong. It's like 95 characters running around that movie, and I'm kind of like, all right, who exactly are we supposed to follow? Throughout this whole thing, and I don't know if everyone was as fleshed out as it could have been. So I'll go What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. So I really like both these movies a lot. Like Bullet Train was one of my favorite movies from 2022. I believe it probably made my top 12 of the year. It's just really good because Brad Pitt is just like doing some funny stuff like in the trailer where he's like, "You shot me" or whatever, and then he goes to like have some kind of like crazy action scene, and then you got Aaron Taylor Johnson with Brian Tyree Henry, which both are kind of like starting to break out quite a bit now. I think Brian Tyree Henry has a new TV series coming out, and then just random people. Yeah, there's all kinds of people. Hiroyuki Sanada and Michael Shannon and Joey King and like all these people that they show up, and it's a fun time, and it's a really fun soundtrack too to listen to. It's got some cool like thumping music. But What We Do in the Shadows, though, yeah, that movie's in my top 64. That movie is so good. Just the kind of dry kind of humor from New Zealand and that part of the world is just like really good. I mean, you got both Jermaine Clement and Reese Darby in there, and they're great. And then the guy that's like, would you like some spaghetti, some biscotti? And that guy's really good too. That like Deacon and then like Taika just like pita, like a wakey, like doing all that stuff, and like them just living just normal life. It's just so good. So yeah, I think I got to go with What We Do in the Shadows. And I'm really bummed that the TV series came to an end because I could watch like 100 seasons of that show. But yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I think both these movies are good. I'll because of the nature of this tournament, the one that makes me laugh more is What We Do in the Shadows. I will say I'm getting a bit of What We Do in the Shadows fatigue in the sense of it being on tournament fights all the time. I think this is one of the peers on tournament fights like the most. We did a tournament.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. It's up there.
That or Home Alone or Happy Gilmore, like those ones.
And
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
But yeah, and Bullet Train has a terrible poster. That poster sucks.
Yeah, it's a very busy poster, just like the movie. Pretty busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go What We Do in the Shadows because it is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We got Girls Trip and Gremlins 2.
All right, some more
So
Tiffany
Gremlins
Haddish
2?
for you.
Oh boy, so Gremlins 2 is way better than Girls Trip, right? Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on.
Fair enough.
Gremlins 2 rules.
Gremlins
So
2 is
good.
one of the most
Oh.
entertaining movies ever made. Yeah, let's just put that through. Anybody gonna stand on their fucking?
I'm not. I like Girls Trip, but I'm not gonna be like champion it over Gremlins 2.
What's your favorite part when they pissed on everybody on the fucking zip line? Is that hilarious?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or-
Yeah.
Try your stuff, other guy.
Yeah.
There you
Oh
go.
my god. Yeah. No, thanks.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. Got Liar Liar and Slapshot. Paul Newman.
Ooh.
Nick.
So Liar Liar is another one that's just one of my all-time favorite movies. Kind of competes with me of being like one of Jim Carrey's best one. I think might be his best comedy, or at least my favorite of his. I like Dumb and Dumber a lot, but Liar Liar is just a great movie. So Liar Liar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brian, you go for the hockey one since you're from Canada?
I remember it was my top 64, Liar Liar. The guy that Penn's blue. Penn's blue. Liar Liar gets my vote. It's my favorite Jim Carrey movie, and has great bloopers at the end. Liar Liar.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'll probably go Liar Liar. I mean, Slapshot's okay. It's got its moments with the brothers and whatnot. The weirdest thing about that movie is seeing Ralphie's mom from A Christmas Story topless laying next to Paul Newman. That's bizarre in that movie. But, yeah, it was bizarre the first time I saw it. I was like, that's Ralphie's mom. But,
The things I learn while being a part of this show, man.
It's true. I'm not lying. Go see it. Go look it up. Miranda Dillon. That's her name. Yeah, she's in Slapshot. She's Ralphie's mom in A Christmas Story. She's in that movie. So, yeah. But, Jordan?
Yeah. I mean, Liar Liar is another one that shows up a lot here, but I mean, it's really good. It's one of those movies that if you watch it multiple times, you just catch so many different things, like the claw. The claw's only weakness: sub-zero temperatures. Yeah, there's just some like really good stuff, or the Jose Canseco. I was a Jose Canseco, and Slapshot's good for like just kind of like a cool kind of like just kind of gritty 70s sports comedy kind of thing, but I mean, Liar Liar is like an all-time comedy, so yeah. I mean, Jim Carrey's just on a whole nother level here, so I'll go with Liar Liar. Richie.
Yeah. I think there's fucking birds inside. Anyway.
Yeah, someone's got a bird.
Hopefully it's not a magpie, those little assholes.
Bird. Pretty bird.
Usually phone, but I think she's too
Probably
tired. If they come here, they'll know. Anyway, Your Slapshot is good. It's funny. It sort of like skirts like more like comedy sort of drama in a way. But I do like it. It's fun. It's fun. But Liar Liar is one of my all time favorite comedies as well. I'm kicking my own ass. Or the Australian
Mine?
the Australian humanity then arse. But that scene's awesome. Especially considering if you look it up, he actually did legit injure himself in that fucking scene. He was so
Wow.
and the great blooper reel as well. We watched it recently actually. And it's a fantastic film. So I'm gonna go Liar Liar.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's like,
Yeah, so I think Liar Liar is good. There are other Jim Carrey movies that I like more, and I'm a sports guy, and I do enjoy Slapshot, so I'm gonna give it probably the lone vote to Slapshot.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Arthur with Dudley Moore, 1981 movie. All right, Brian.
Yeah, I haven't seen Arthur, but I do love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's great. Time travel movie. George Carlin's great as Rufus, and even love the whole official war sequence. The figures go to the mall in present day, and they all wreck shop there. I gotta go Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
yeah. Austin, what do you say?
So I watched one movie for this, and I watched Arthur, and Arthur rules. That movie's awesome. That movie's so damn funny. Dudley Moore does some of the best, funniest drunk acting I've ever seen in a movie ever. Every scene where he's fucking hammered is like the funniest shit ever. Like, I mean, the opening is just him plastered in the back of a car, and it's like limo picking up two prostitutes, just be like, whichever one of you finds me more attractive, step forward. It's just like it's goddamn ridiculous, but like it's so silly that like I couldn't help but I giggled through the whole damn movie. If you haven't seen it, just fucking watch it. Like every scene where he's drunk is like the best shit ever. So I'm gonna give it to Arthur because it was a great discovery, and I've owned it on Blu-ray for forever. Finally popped in, and I'll be popping it in again because that shit is so damn funny. So yeah, Arthur's great. I'm gonna give it to Arthur.
Yeah, I've seen Arthur a couple times, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I think Dudley Moore way better than what's his face that did in the remake.
Russell Brand.
Yeah, Russell Brand. Yeah. I mean, Russell Brand's good in certain things, but he's not. I don't know about Arthur, but but yeah, Dudley Moore's really funny in it. But Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is just like really good. And you got George Carlin in there. Like Something's Afoot at the Circle K, or just like bringing back all the people through time, and they're like fish out of water at people. And like me and Zach were like talking off air there. The Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure could be a good one for recast maybe sometime. So if you ever want to do that one, you could do all the people from history and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I think I'll slightly give the edge to Bill and Ted, but they're both really good. So yeah, Richie.
Yeah, Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure is obviously really fun. There's also a weird tie-in SNES game. Again, if you dive into the world of licensed Nintendo games, it's weird because I guess I'm just looking for content, but yeah, it's got nothing really much to do with the movie, much really. But yeah, Arthur, I feel like Dudley Moore is sort of underrated in general as far as comedy goes, like in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, so and Arthur's a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely better than that grifting creep Russell Brand. I could go on about him because he's my least favorite person on earth. But yeah, this movie's fun. There's also Arthur 2 on the rocks. It's not as good, but no near as good. But you know,
My Blu-ray has both. I've heard nothing but horrible things about Arthur too, so I might not even watch it. So
Yeah.
I'll ruin it.
So yeah, but yeah, Arthur's fun. So I got Arthur.
Okay. Zach?
Yeah, this is an easy matchup for me. I haven't gotten around to Arthur yet, but Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is a top 10 movie for me all time, and is actually my favorite comedy of all time. So, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. Sounds good. Nick.
You must have hated this moose, Arthur.
Yeah.
This must be terribly embarrassing for you. Where's the other half of this moose? It's so fucking funny. Like it sounds stupid, but it's fucking hilarious. Just his delivery is the best. All right, so we have a tie to Brian. Come on, Brian, put it through. Come on,
Arthur.
do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We never see it. I think it's the first time I've ever pulled it for tournament fights ever. It has to be. Come on.
Or you could have done it for Zach for Bill and Ted, but it's fine.
We see Bill and Ted on here a lot. We've never seen Arthur ever.
No.
Ever. I think it's the first time it's ever come up. But yeah. I want more people to watch it. So yeah, it's fucking great. Yeah.
But I used the bubble bath scene on an episode of Seen and Heard, so I had it there one. Yeah.
So the Night Before and Popstar. Me. Yeah, no, I mean Night Before is great. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I've always kind of championed Popstar as just another great, almost kind of spoof movie. From the Lonely Island guys. It makes a great double feature with Walk Hard. Just kind of as a setup of just crazy, nutty, TikTok-y pop stars, just boy band kind of things. It's a lot of fun. So I'll go Popstar.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of the Night Before. When that movie came out, I worked at a theater, so free movies, but I saw it like 3 or 4 times, and it's just really, really good. Just a fun one crazy night movie where they're just trying to go to this party and that they've been trying to get into, and Seth Rogen, he gets every drug ever, but it's like in like very small doses though. So he's like, this is awesome, but I think the proportions are all off here or whatever. And then he's like trying to balance out one drug with the next, and then going in high to the midnight mass and like freaking out over the like cross. He's like doing the little cross thing. We did not kill him or whatever. And he's in there with the Jewish star on there, and he's giving nods to the rabbis. So it's a lot of fun. And Popstar is really good too. I just think that for me, the more rewatchable one's probably The Night Before, because I've seen it now probably about a dozen times, where I've seen Popstar maybe like twice, but they're both really good. But I'll give it to The Night Before. Yeah. But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I said on here before, and it remains the same. Unfortunately, I'll get to it eventually, but Popstar is a blind spot. But yeah, I know I'll probably like it because I like Walk Hard. Yeah, who knows? It might be on someone's 128, and I'll probably get to it on Wheel of Meat. I don't know. It's impossible for me to keep up with what's on that wheel and what isn't. But yeah, The Night Before is really fun, and Michael Shannon is really funny in that movie. So I go.
Mr. Green, and it's got the nostalgia. They all go play GoldenEye at like Anthony Mackie's childhood home or whatever. Yeah,
it's got Christmas novels in it too. That's a good show.
Yeah, right. Which I sang this past year for karaoke for during Christmas time. It's great. Yeah. But
my doctor's name's literally named Chris Hollis, and I give him shit for it though.
Oh, nice.
like Christmas and Hollis.
Chris Hollis, yeah. Nice. Zach, what do you say?
So I'm a Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan, but I was not a fan of The Night Before. I could not get into it. But I have seen Popstar, I think. No, I have seen Popstar, and that was actually a fun surprise for me. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. So I'm going to go Popstar.
But yeah, funny enough, these movies both played at a 2-year stint when I worked at a theater, because I think Night Before was 2015, but then Popstar was 2016. So I got to see them both. Yeah. So, but Nick, what do you say?
You had me at great double feature with Walk Hard, so Popstar.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Brian.
Yeah, Rich, I think it would be on wheel for Pop Star. I think it was in Malcolm's out 208, so it might be on the wheel for that one. But yeah, this is a good Maya Stars matchup because she appears in both of these actually. I will go with Pop Star on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Pop Star. We're almost done. We got Don't Look Up and Hot Shots. Jordan.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that speaking of Miley Cyrus, she performed it at the SNL 50. Was anyone half expecting her to rip a picture of the Pope at the end or something, or to do something like that?
I don't think anyone's going to do that. It ruined Sinead O'Connor's career basically for all. I don't think people.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe they would like pre-plan and get Lauren's approval, maybe of like some kind of thing, like maybe not even a movie or a picture of the Pope, maybe like a picture of Elon Musk or something weird. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm probably one of the few people that actually really likes Don't Look Up. Like it's kind of like a like satire of like the like climate change or like people and like I don't know, that like just going against how like crazy one side is versus the other side, and one side really they're both kind of dopey in like different ways, and I think that a lot of fun. I actually really like the score for it too. It's got a great score, but I mean, Hot Shots though clearly got to be the winner here, though. I think that just like spoofing Top Gun and like and the Lloyd Bridges stuff is just so good. He has so many just like subtle lines that just like are just so good. So yeah, I'll give it to Hot Shots. Richie?
Yeah, I think this would be more of an easier round if this was Hot Shots Part 2. Hot Shots definitely has its great one-liners, but yeah, I'm just more of a fan of Hot Shots Part 2. Don't Look Up. I really like it. I think it's quite fun, really well done. I really like Jonah Hill in this movie. Like just sort of again like his banter with like Jennifer Lawrence, calling like calling a girl with a dragon tattoo. That's fun. And just being a like sniveling sort of guest star. And then the Meryl Streep scene at the end is funny. Meryl Streep in general is really fun in this movie as well. Just being the whole denial. Another movie where Tyler Perry is good in it, but when he's not actually involved in the production, of making the movie. I'll actually go Don't Look Up.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so I haven't seen either, and I am a Leo fan. But Hot Shots is actually higher on my list of these two movies, so Hot Shots.
Yeah. Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hot Shots on this one. I haven't seen either one, but that Hot Shots seems like the one I would enjoy more.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, I enjoyed Don't Look Up. It's probably my least favorite Adam McKay movie there for his filmography. But I did enjoy Hot Shots, actually. I did enjoy the spoof of Top Gun. I love seeing John Cryer and Ryan Stiles show up there. I will go with Hot Shots.
Yeah. And Austin?
Yeah, I'll go Hot Shots. I miss these 90s spoof movies, and Charlie Sheen is kind of the next best thing to like, Leslie Nielsen. So you have like the spoof genre, Great Straight Man. So he's really good. So I'll go Hot Shots. All right.
But the song though that from Don't Look Up, Ariana Grande and Kid Cudi, is pretty funny. Like I would highly recommend checking that one out. It's just kind of like perfect for like almost like a spoof movie. So.
All right, let's blaze through these last couple ones. We got Raising Arizona and The Jerk. Richie?
Yeah, Raising Arizona is good, and I like it. But the more funnier is The Jerk. I think The Jerk is great. Just like Todd says, just an unforgiving asshole, but Steve Martin's so good in it. It's sort of one of my favorite comedies. It'll be fun to talk about if it ever comes up on Wheel Movie. So I'm gonna go The Jerk.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
Yeah, so I swear I've seen Raising Arizona, but I don't remember anything about it. I haven't seen The Jerk, but I have The Jerk higher on my list. So The Jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
I was raised a poor black child. The Jerk is so funny.
So good, yeah. Yep. Brian.
Yeah, The Jerk was a very big blind spot for me. I see Raising Arizona a few times, but I'll go with The Jerk because I plan to see that one.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll go The Jerk for the late great M. Emmett Walsh as the guy who's trying to shoot him at the gas station, and he's shooting the cans. Somebody really hates cans. Yeah, The Jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both really, really good. Because the Arizona Coen brothers and the comedy is really, really good. It's like, sir, I do believe you have a penny on your head. He's like, just give me everything in the cash register and some Huggies or whatever. And like how he tries to kidnap the son of the Nathan, Arizona or whatever. Then you got that crazy guy on the motorcycle shooting like little like critters on the highway or whatever. And when there was no meat, we ate fowl. When there was no fowl, we ate crawdad. And when there's no crawdad to be found, we ate sand. So we had the movie guys on here, and they quoted the Raising Arizona to death. But and then the Jerk, yeah, he's like the most gullible, happy-go-lucky. Like it's just so funny when like he just thinks he's a black man, so he's just like dancing with like reckless abandonment, like. He's on the front porch, all the other black guy just going crazy, like it's just good stuff, and yeah, especially after watching the Steve Martin documentary, like you really like realize that like this was his first movie he ever did, and like it was just a banger and just right out the gate, and like Steve Martin was actually like in the 70s he was like really one of the only like super successful, super well known comedians. I mean, there were other ones, but like he was like far above the most well-known ones selling out arenas and all that stuff. So yeah, I think I gotta give it to The Jerk here.
All right, last one. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. Yeah, we had the other 3 or 4 whatever Cheech and Chongs in that one tournament, so this is the one we didn't get to. Up in Smoke and the Mitchells versus the Machines. Zach.
But then we had all the animated movies on the last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Except this one.
Yeah, so I've never seen a Cheech and Chong movie. And the Mitchells versus the Machines, when it came out, I really wanted to see it, and I just did not see it. So, because I want to see it more, the Mitchells versus the Machines.
Yeah. Nick, what do you say?
Just because I'm not sure how this voting is going to go, I'm going to give the slight edge to Mitchells versus the Machines. It's about as trippy as a Cheech and Chong movie, but it's got like a very random like internet humor attached to it. So yeah.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Marshalls versus Machines. Oh wait, no, that's how another reference. But,
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen Up in Smoke, but I see Mitchells versus Machines. I'll go with Mitchells versus Machines.
Yeah. Austin.
I'll go Up in Smoke because it doesn't give me motion sickness. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that Mitchells versus the Machines was a really good surprise because I didn't even heard of it, and then people were saying that I need to check it out. It is on Netflix, but yeah, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke's great. Like when like they get pulled over and the cop's like, "Excuse me, sir, can I see your license?" He's like, "Hey man, it's on the back bumper back there. I'll go check it out, man." Or whatever. And then when like Cheech thinks that he has a big joint, and then Chong pulls out the massive freaking joint, and he's like freaking out. He's like, "Where the hell did you get that, man?" And like, there's just some good like shenanigans when they're having the house party and they're all high and people keep showing up, and I think it's a lot of fun. Like it's one of their best ones, and it's their first, so I'll go with Up in Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Richie.
Being the Cheech and Chong, that trailer for Cheech and Chong's last movie came out a couple of days ago.
Yeah, right.
That looks, I'm interested to see how that pans out. Yeah, Mitchell versus Machines, our champion. I think, yeah, it was a big surprise. It's a lot of fun. Danny McBride is great, and as the sort of La Boomer dad. And yeah, Maya Rudolph's great as well. I feel like you have to get like Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke's a classic. It's a fun comedy. If you're gonna have any of the Cheech and Chong movies on here, yeah, this is you save the best to literally last. So
Yep, all right. Yeah. And Zach.
I started it off.
The first. Okay, cool.
I think it's a tie. Did I miss? I missed one somewhere. Okay, I missed one somewhere. Zach, what'd you vote for?
Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Okay, Nick, what'd you vote for?
I also voted for Mitchell's versus the Machines.
And Brian voted for Mitchell. And then everybody else voted for Cheech and Chong. So it is a tie. Okay. So it's on me. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cheech and Chong then. So it's on me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So speed round time. We made it. So let's hit the speed round and get it rocking.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
All right, so we'll scroll on over. You guys know how it works. Quick votes, 10 seconds or less. All the winners of these matches will move on to the championship next week, and we'll see what wins the bracket. So, all right, Nick, we'll kick it off with you. Fall Guy and Borat 2.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Ryan?
Fall Guy.
I'll go Borat. Jordan?
I'll go Borat. I think it's funnier.
Richie?
Borat.
All right, and Zach?
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Tyler Jordan?
Let's go Borat.
Okay.
Very
nice. All right, very nice. Okay, I gotta write these. Give me 1 second while I add them to my list. All right. Okay. Train wreck and blockers. Brian?
Train wreck.
I'll go blockers. Jordan?
It has a nice John Cena matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's. Man, this one's really close. I got to use my whole 10 seconds. I think I'll go with blockers.
Okay, Richie?
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. All right, Zach?
Justice for Blues Brothers Trainwreck.
Okay. And Nick?
Comic blockers.
Okay. We got a tie to Richie.
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. Okay. All right.
Well, I thought it was me because you had the last tie.
Yeah.
And then I have a tie.
Oh, was it? Did I jump ahead too fast? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. I haven't written it down yet.
You can switch it to me, or I can have the next one. I don't care.
No, what's it?
That's fine. No, it's yours.
Okay.
What do you say?
So I would have switched it to blockers. So.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I hadn't written it down yet, so. All right. So blockers. Okay. All right. Okay. Vacation and True Lies. Me, I'll go Vacation. Jordan?
I'll go with Holiday Road Vacation.
Okay. Richie?
Richie.
Vacation.
True Lies.
Okay. Nick.
True Lies.
And Brian?
Vacation.
Vacation. Okay. Vacation moves on. All right. So, national. I'm going to go National Lampoon's Vacation, so I know it's not the other one, the lesser Vacation. Yes, not the Ed Helms one. All right. Home Alone and Major League. Jordan?
We slept in Home Alone.
Richie?
Major League.
Okay.
Major League.
Major League. Nick?
Home Alone.
Brian?
I will go Home Alone.
Just to mix it up, I'll say Major League. That's a tie to Richie.
Major League.
Okay. All right. Major League is in there. Okay. All right. Okay. Going down to what about Bob and Friday? Richie.
Oh,
Friday.
Friday. Zach.
Friday.
Friday. Nick.
You got knocked the fuck out Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be missed
Brian?
opportunity for a Friday movie to not move on a Friday, so Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
How you gonna get fired on your day off Friday?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with John Witherspoon eating corn dogs on the toilet. Let's go Friday.
All right. Friday. Nobody go in there for about 25, 30 minutes. All right.
Yeah. Like the air freshener.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop Axel F and Roger Rabbit. Zach.
Ooh.
Roger Rabbit.
Nick.
Roger Rabbit.
All right, Brian.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, easily. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I'll give it to Axel F.
Richie.
Roger Rabbit.
Okay, Roger Rabbit. Moving on. All right. And that one down. Okay. We got Dumb and Dumber and Night of the Creeps. Nick.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Brian.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, the funnier of the two is Dumb and Dumber, so I'll go with that. Jordan.
You got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off. Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Richie.
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. And Zach.
I think Dumb and Dumber is just okay. I would have gone that Night of the Creeps.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
All right,
better
well,
than you put some respect on the funniest comedy of all time.
Bill and Ted already got knocked out, so
okay, that's fine.
And maybe that's not here. That's my favorite comedy.
All right. Gross Point Blank and My Cousin Vinny. Brian.
My Cousin Vinny.
I'll go My Cousin Vinny. Jordan.
I'll go Gross Point Blank. I watched it a couple weeks ago and I really liked it.
Okay. Richie.
Gross Point Blank.
Okay. Zach.
Gross Point Blank.
All right. And Nick.
I did say that. Would you say that, My Cousin Vinny?
Okay. It's a tie to Zach.
Gross Point Blank.
Okay. Gross Point Blank. Okay. All right.
Damn.
All right. Got to write that one down. No. My autocorrect does not want to accept gross with the two S's and the E.
Oh yeah.
He keeps trying to correct me. No, that's what I tried to say. Stop.
I feel like autocorrect is one of those annoying inventions. So fuck off.
Yeah, like if I try
Yeah,
to
it
say
is.
fuck, if I try to say like fucking, it changes it like to and like it's just like no, that's what I meant to say. Stop correcting me.
Yeah.
All right. All right. On the other side, we'll see what else joins it on next week. We got Robin Hood Men in Tights, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So me, I'll go Planes, Trains. Jordan.
Oh man. Got
Yep.
some tough matches. I'll go Men in Tights. I'm a Mel Brooks guy.
Planes, Trains.
Okay.
Uh,
Zach.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Okay. Nick.
I have an English accent. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Brian.
Those are pillows. Places on wheels.
Okay, we have another tie, so we're racking them up. Nick.
Oh, damn it. Robin Hood.
Robin Men in Tights. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
A lot about book movies are going to be in.
Mm-hmm.
what's funny when he's like because unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent. Like some other Robin Hoods. Okay.
Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China and Dolomite Is My Name. Jordan.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble. Richie.
It's tough, but I'll go Big Trouble.
Big Trouble. Zach.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay. Nick.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Brian.
Dolomite Is My Name.
And I'll go Big Trouble. All right. So Big Trouble in Little China. All right. Trouble in Little China. Okay. All right. We got Time Bandits and Mallrats. Richie.
All right.
Mallrats. Zach.
Mallrats.
Mallrats. Nick.
Mallrats.
Mallrats. Brian.
Mallrats going to feature John the Attraction at the end, so Mallrats.
All right. Yeah, and I'll go Mallrats. Jordan.
Yeah, it's the best Stan Lee cameo in any movie. Mallrats.
Mallrats. Okay. Oops. Missed that one. There we go. All right. Bill and Ted Face the Music and Drunken Master. Zach.
Bill and Ted.
Ted. All right. Nick,
Drunken Master.
Brian.
Bill and Ted.
I'll go Bill and Ted. Jordan.
I'll go Drunken Master because I love all that stuff in the mall when he's fighting those guys. It's fun.
That's Police Story.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it Police Story? Okay, well,
That's Police
I'll still
Story.
vote for it though. Okay, well, they all blend together because it's him doing the same like martial arts stuff. You've seen one, you've seen almost all of them.
This one.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll still vote for it. I don't care.
Richie.
I think how casual you are.
I'm very good at
Don't have to be
the
so quick to
casual.
correct people.
That's hilarious.
Well, I mean, I kind of had to because you're thinking of the wrong movie. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
but it's like
Taylor?
actually, I put
I'll
Police Story.
I mean, but it is Police Story. So,
Well, yeah, okay.
Bill and Ted makes the music. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Actually,
good one.
that's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Sorry.
No, that's Bill and Ted's Face the Music. That's correct. All right. Face the music. Okay. Going down to What We Do in the Shadows and Gremlins 2. Nick.
Gremlins 2.
Okay, Brian.
Gremlins 2.
I'll go Gremlins 2.
I'll go What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Richie.
Gremlins 2.
All right. And Zach.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Close one, but Gremlins 2 moves on. So Gremlins 2. Okay. Got Liar Liar and Arthur. Brian.
It's in my top 20 Liar Liar.
I'm feeling Arthur for the upset. Jordan.
I haven't seen Arthur enough times. I'll go Liar Liar.
Richie.
Arthur.
Arthur. Zach.
Justice for Bill and Ted, Liar Liar.
Oh, you fuck.
Okay. And Nick.
I can't vote against Liar Liar. I'm sorry.
Ah, shit. God damn it. I just wanted more people to watch it. That's all. So I was trying.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny. All right. Pop Star and Hot Shots. Me, I'll go Hot Shots. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go Hot Shots.
Richie.
Hot Shots.
Pop Star.
Pop Star. Nick.
Pop Star.
And Brian.
Pop Star.
Okay. So tie to Brian.
Pop Star.
Pop Star. Okay. All right. Pop Star. That's a long one to write. Pop Star. Never stop. Never stopping.
I would have just left it at Pop Star.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure people know what I'm talking about. 'Cause technically, it's a full title. All right. The Jerk and Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. Jordan.
The Jerk.
Jerk. Richie.
The Jerk.
The Jerk. Zach.
The Jerk.
Okay. Nick.
I'm not a bum. I'm a jerk.
Okay.
The Jerk.
The Jerk. And I'll make it a clean sweep for the Jerk. Okay. All right. So the Jerk. All right. And we've got our 16 moving on to next Friday. So there you have it. All right. Now we'll see just what wins tonight. So here we go. Let's wind it on down. Going to the Elite Eight. We got Borat 2 and Blockers. Richie.
Blockers.
Okay. All right. Zach.
Blockers.
Okay. Nick.
Cock blockers.
Blockers. Brian.
And I was just time show for John Cena. Blockers.
I'll go Cock Blockers. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go with Blockers.
Okay. All right.
But Borat's sister did win a trophy for being one of the best prostitutes in all of Kazakhstan or whatever the country is.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Vacation and Major League. Zach.
Major League.
Major League. Okay. Nick.
Vacation.
Vacation. All right. Brian.
Vacation.
I'll go Vacation. Jordan.
I'll go Vacation.
And Richie.
Vacation.
Vacation. All right, moving on. Okie doke. We got Friday and Roger Rabbit. Nick.
Ooh, damn.
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 I know.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Roger Rabbit. Ah.
Okay. All right.
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I got a Roger Rabbit. Can't. Jordan.
Bye, Felicia. Let's go Friday.
Friday. Richie.
It's Boy Friday.
Okay. And Zach.
Friday.
Okay. It's a title. Oh, fuck. You made me get. God damn it.
It's gonna be.
You know what? Since they're both on Friday and we don't, or next Friday, I mean, and we don't see Friday that often in the thing, I'll go Friday. I'll switch it. Why not?
Ooh,
Sure. I'll do it just because.
Alrighty.
you got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit's been there a
enough.
bunch of times, and we don't see Friday a lot in here, so I'll throw a roll through. All right. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber and Gross Point Blank. Brian.
I got robbed by feel they ended. He suspected Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Dumb and Dumber. Jordan.
Yeah, senior citizens, although slow and dangerous behind the wheel, can still serve a purpose. I'll go Dumb and Dumber. Richie.
John Denver's full of shit. Dumb dumb.
Yeah. Zach.
Gross Point Blank.
Okay. All right, and Nick.
Well, this party really died. Dumb and Dumber.
Thought the Rockies would be a little rockier than this.
She gave me this whole speech about not listening to her. I don't know. Really wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Robin Hood Men in Tights and Big Trouble in Little China. Me, I'll go Big Trouble. Jordan.
I'll go Men in Tights.
Tights. Okay. Richie.
Big Trouble.
Trouble. Zach?
Oh, this tough matchup, but Big Trouble is higher. So
Trouble. Nick.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Robin Hood. Okay.
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Okay, that's another tie. Jordan.
Oh man, it's tough, but I'll go Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Okay. All right. Mallrats and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Jordan.
Mallrats.
Mallrats. Richie.
Mallrats.
Mallrats. Zach.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. Nick.
Mallrats.
It's Brian.
Mallrats.
And I'll go Mallrats. Mallrats then. All right. We got Gremlins 2 and Liar Liar. Richie.
Liar, liar.
Liar Liar. Zach.
Liar, liar.
All right. Nick.
Liar, liar.
Brian.
Yeah, liar, liar, pass the fire, liar, liar.
And Gremlins 2. Jordan.
I'll go Gremlins 2.
Okay, close one, but Liar Liar. Hang on. Going to Pop Star and The Jerk. So Zach.
Pop Star, because I've seen it.
Okay. Nick.
The Jerk.
All right, Brian.
I'm so humble, pop star.
Okay, I'll go The Jerk. Jordan.
I'll go The Jerk.
The Jerk and Richie.
The Jerk.
The Jerk. Okay, hang on. So we got a lot of original movies here. I like it. All right. Okay, we got Blockers and Vacation on the left-hand side going to the final four.
Ooh.
All right, so we'll start with Nick.
Cock Blockers.
Okay. Brian.
Blockers.
Vacation. Jordan.
Vacation.
Vacation. Richie.
Vacation.
Vacation. And Zach.
Vacation.
Vacation in the final four. Okay, we're getting there. All right, we got Friday and Dumb and Dumber. We'll go Brian.
Dumb and Dumber.
I'll go Dumb and Dumber. Jordan.
Dumb and Dumber.
Richie?
Friday.
Friday. Zach?
Friday.
And Nick?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Okay, into the final four. Okay, on the other side, we got Robin Hood and Mallrats. Me, I'll go Mallrats. Richie?
Was it Jordan?
Oh, Jordan, I'm sorry. My
Next.
bad. I'm looking at the other tab. Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
That's all good. Man, this one's really tough because I really like Men in Tights. Because, yeah, I'll go with Men in Tights. But for the quote with that point of black sheriff, and they're like a black sheriff, he's black. Well, why not? I worked in Blazing Saddles. So they have like a Blazing Saddles reference.
Mm-hmm.
Mallrats.
Mallrats. Okay. Zach?
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Okay. Nick?
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. And Brian?
Mallrats.
Okay. Wow. Another tie. Richie?
Mallrats.
Mallrats in the final four. Okay.
I'm not mad about that one.
We got an interesting little final four developing here. We got Liar Liar and The Jerk. Richie, on you.
We don't see it very often, so I'll go The Jerk.
Okay. Zach?
Liar, Liar.
All right. Nick?
Oh man. Liar, Liar.
Brian?
Liar, Liar.
I'll go The Jerk, just because I'm feeling the underdogs tonight. Jordan?
Wait. 105. Yeah, in your bra. Let's go with Liar Liar.
Okay, Liar Liar.
Oh.
All right, other side, we got Vacation and Dumb and Dumber going to the finals. Zach?
Okay.
Vacation.
Vacation. Okay. Nick?
We landed on the moon. Dumb and Dumber.
Brian?
Dumb and Dumber.
All right. I'll go Dumb and Dumber. Jordan?
I can't believe that we searched all across this town and there's not a single job in this town. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week. I'm Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Richie?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Okay, into the finals. All right, it's going to be facing either Mallrats or Liar Liar.
Ooh,
Nick.
Carry off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Liar, Liar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling Jim Carrey's finals. Liar, Liar.
Yeah, we could have Carrie versus Carrie. Yeah, Liar Liar.
Oh, sure. Why not? Let's give it to Liar Liar.
Richie?
I just watched the first two Sonic films, and he's the best part of those movies.
Yeah.
So,
And he's even doubly funny in part 3 because he's playing two roles, and he's great in both
He
of
is,
them.
yeah.
He is.
So I'll go Liar Liar.
All right, Zach.
I would have gone with Mallrats.
Okay, of course. All right. Oops. I'm jumping all over the place.
Oh.
Okay, all right, there we go. No, I clicked the right button on it. All right, so we do have a Jim Carrey final here. We got Dumb and Dumber taking on Liar Liar. All right, let's see what happens here. Brian, for the win.
Liar, Liar.
This is close, but I don't think we see Dumb and Dumber as much. I'll go Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. It is close, but I got to go with Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Okay, Richie?
Liar Liar.
Zach?
Liar, Liar.
And Nick?
Dumb and Dumber.
Comes down to a tie, and our tiebreaker is the irreparable Zach Shelton. He's the tiebreaker.
It's all for you, Brian. Liar, Liar.
Thank you.
Liar, liar. There we go. All right.
Finally.
There you go. Okay.
Respectable.
All right. So, but that actually, Liar, Liar, despite how many times it shows up, has never won a tournament. This is his first time.
Oh.
So it's never
Are you
crossed
sure?
the line. I'm
There's
sure.
one-
Yeah. I know
there's
I
one
played
time
the
we-
blooper. I played the blooper
bloopers,
reel,
yeah.
but it didn't win. I played it for the Volcano thing when Volcano won, but then I played the bloopers for Liar Liar because it was against the finals against Volcano.
Are you
And
sure?
Volcano, yes.
Jordan, as a resident fact checker, Lyle has never won a tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
So yeah, it's I've triple checked my list, and what it
Why'd you
was
play
was,
the
yes,
bloopers for that?
because we were
My
like all
birthday
talking
episode.
because it was his birthday episode. He wanted to see it, so I played it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to play
Okay.
something different.
Didn't carry well, so.
It was just a weird thing where like I was feeling like we were talking about the bloopers for Liar Liar, and so like, I just ended up playing it even though Volcano
Oh,
won.
okay.
So yeah, it was just one of those things.
I
So
see.
yeah, no, Liar Liar as many times as it has gotten pretty far has never actually crossed the finish line until tonight. So there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What about Dumb and Dumber? Has that ever won?
Dumb and
I don't
Dumber
think
has
it's
never
won
won either, so they would have both been a unique winner, and it hasn't won yet. So it'll have to try to win on Friday or next Friday.
Man.
Close.
All right.
Very close. But no, that's what it was.
Close.
Is it tied with Volcano, or it came down to the finals of Volcano. The Volcano won.
Okay,
but I
I was
still
gonna
played the
say,
Liar Liar
we did
bloopers.
play
Yes.
that, yeah.
No, because I remember that,
Yeah.
but no, it didn't actually win.
Mhm.
So I don't have it on my list.
What was
Okay.
the tournament for
All right,
Volcano
well-
beat Liar Liar? Like 97 movie?
1997. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, that's fun. So we got our all 4 comedy tournaments in the books. So now we just got our championship in a week. So, yeah, and I feel like that's a Jim Carrey quote. A week, but I don't know what that's from though. It's got to be from something. but yeah, we'll just do some plugs and that'll be it. And yeah, so we'll go to Richie first. What do you got going on?
Yeah, so you can. I just did a CW team match versus JPO for the show, so you can catch that on Chris Cash's Twitch channel / Casper. So check that out. You can catch me on Rankum tomorrow talking about the top horror movies of the 2020s. So check that out. I think Paige Fabritti is going to be on that panel, so that's going to be fun. Wheeler Movies coming back next week. Talking about one of my favorite comedies, Nothing to Lose. To Ron's Mom.
Yeah.
That movie's really fun. So I will, check that out. And it's 25 tier ranker stuff coming up here too. Seen and heard as well. I'll be on the rom-com match as we're going as well.
Yeah.
And,
Sunday.
and you can catch me every day. I pop up a lot of places with my even more lesbian haircut. Apparently I asked for today this morning. So, I want to look for these lesbian, and then they give me. So there you go.
You're just trying to support lesbians, right?
Good, had fun. So, check me out the way. Cool.
Yeah, sounds good. And then Zach, where can we find you?
Yeah, mainly on Letterboxd and YouTube at MovieFanZ. I had my team's debut on Multiplex drop earlier today on YouTube. But you could also find me on Lights Out Trivia and ASAT, and I'll also be a part of that rom-com trivia match on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, Zach, I'll try to forgive you for not putting through Dumb and Dumber, but I'll try my best. But Nick, what do you got going on?
You can find me either doing stuff like this in the movie realm, or I talk about Power Rangers on my own channel, Iron Man 1993, trying to revive it. So if you are interested, you can give us a gander.
Nice. Yeah, let's check that out. And Brian, what do you got going on?
I'll be here next Friday with Richie for the Comedy Championship tournament fights. Tomorrow night, me, Jordan, JPO Wolf will be on Conqueror's Test Channel talking to Sadler rankings. Don't Pick a Wood Network, a full match on Sunday for a faction versus faction match. Multiplex, Lights on Trivia, and TNBT.
Yeah, that Sandler match is going to be a lot of fun when all of us are throwing out comedy, but then here comes Wolf with only dramas probably from Sandler.
Or some bad
so
movies.
yeah, right. so but it's all good.
Yeah.
But Austin, what do you got going on?
Yeah, no, mostly stuff here. I just did a and I quote watch along commentary for the Breakfast Club over on Ryan Permison's channel. We promoted that in the Movie Hero Network group. And yeah, I'll be running the recast on Monday night for The Princess Bride, so we'll be ramping up for
Ooh.
that, which I still
Yeah.
have to rewatch. I'll probably be like the last person to submit stuff for that one, so it'll be
Yeah.
what it is, because it's not in like my 128 or anything like. So I'll have to rewatch it before I get my
I've seen
stuff.
that movie
That's
like
some ideas.
100 times.
Oh yeah, no, it's not one of mine that I've seen 100 times, so I do. Otherwise, I'd be able to submit it quickly. So it's probably I'll be the last minute guy, but that's fine because I'm doing the prep, so no big deal.
But believe it or
And-
not, though, that it wasn't the easiest recaps to come up with, even though I've seen it a lot. So it's kind of
Yeah,
tricky.
for sure. No, and that's mostly it. Yeah, Lonely March Wrestling Podcast with me and Richie and JPO and Barber, and then yeah, the Willow Movies next Thursday. So you can check all that out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let's see, for as far as this channel goes, and for me, yeah, I'll be part of that Sandler thing tomorrow on Kyle Curtis Flitz channel. I'll be fast and furiously clipping out clips over the next couple of days for that rom-com match, because I got to get them out there, but and also try to find some time for a couple other things. I want to try to go see The Monkey. We'll see, time permitting. So I've been looking forward to that one. But and then let's see. You can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 and Jordan 83616. And then let's see, if you're an SNL fan, I'm still doing a slow burn, putting out my top SNL cast members. I just gotten like really busy, so I knew it was gonna take like a week or two to get them all out there. I think my last one was like 24 or 5, something like that. But so those are still coming. Those will be on Instagram and Facebook, just in the like little stories section. And then let's see, if you go to the Movie Hero Network group on Facebook, you can post your heart's content. If you have a project you're working on or a YouTube channel and you want to promote it over there, or you want to just talk movies, then we'll share it out and we'll tell people to subscribe and all that stuff. And then let's see, we do have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/movie here, which I'm trying to get more content out there, which we are still doing some music content. So that's another thing I'll be posting soon, is a list of all the music themed episodes that you can sign up for if you want to talk music, where we do it on the Patreon, so we can actually play clips from all the artists. Or if you have any suggestions of like your favorite artist you want to see go head to head, we are taking submissions for that or sign ups. So I'll be putting that out soon, because for some reason I'm meant to post along with the rest of the schedule and I just didn't, and so I'll put it out there though, because and then we, as far as trivia goes, we got the rom-com match on Sunday at 9 Eastern, but then our next match will be our round 2 of our Senior Herd Movie Trivia Tournament, and then we also do a music trivia where we play music clips of like scores and songs from movies, and then we have a little TV round in between, and that'll probably be in March. We'll do another music one. We just been pretty busy recently, and we hope within the next like maybe a week or two to get best to worst going back again, because Brian, he was part of it. We're on a quest to determine our favorite family movies of all time. We're doing a family movie series, and best to worst, if you're not familiar, it's kind of a mix of blind rankings and tier rankers. So that's the best way to describe it. So we found a couple of people. We're going to have Wolf and Ross Bristow join us for that. So yeah, that should be. And Malcolm, yeah, he'll be on there. So yeah, but and then just what we have coming up for tier ranker and tournament fights. So we have let's see. So we'll be doing our TV tier ranker this upcoming Tuesday for best TV shows of the 80s. And then we'll have that comedy mystery championship next Friday. Then we'll be getting into the same way we did this mysteries series with comedy. We'll be doing actions. We got a whole action series going on through March, most of March, and then we have our best TV shows of the 70s before we get for our championship for best TV shows of all time in April. And then we'll also be doing our next 64 unique tournament fights winners, which Liar Liar won't be on that one because we got some previous ones we got to get through. But eventually we'll move to the ones after that, and we'll just do it every time we come up with
Liar Liar just became the number 230 unique winner. So obviously we have other ones that have like been multi-time winners. So that doesn't include like the overall list, like if I was to add all that up, it's close to like 260 or something like that. But it'll be like basically the number winners on my list from, we already did the first 128 unique winners. So it'll be like 129 to 196 or whatever that is the next 64.
Right.
And then I'll remind everybody what each one won as we kind of go through them, things like that. It'll be kind of a fun trip down memory lane.
I think that could be the few episode because we're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah. And also, someday we'll eventually get to it, but don't count out these previous tournament fight winners for voting them to win tournaments, because we might someday get to the unique top or tournament for multi-tournament fights winners. So that might be something down the road. I mean, we got a little ways to get there to get 64 of those, but if we ever do, we could do that. So and then I'll just throw in a few more. We got Austin's birthday episode that's going to be a Godzilla themed episode, so hopefully soon I'll start like looking up what Godzilla movies I want to watch, because I'll watch a handful of them probably, so if I can. But and then we have a best family movie tournament going at the beginning of April, and we also have Malcolm Lay's birthday episode, which he hasn't told me what he wants to do, but the last few times it's been like New Zealand related stuff, so I don't know if it's going to be, but we got a little time before that. Then we have the Battle of the Hulks, so essentially be Mark Ruffalo versus Ed Norton versus Eric Bana. I mean, technically we did have down Lou Ferrigno. I don't know if he has enough movies to even consider like throwing any of his in. They're not really that like well known, so we'll see. And then we got the 1995 Ladder Series will be the next one going for April, and then after that we do have a little tournament on movies based on books, just to throw one extra one. So we'll be doing that as well. So yeah, and that one too, just to kind of throw it out there. Technically, we have scheduled a 2-3-part series 2 weeks in a row, but we don't really like doing that, so we may stretch that booked one out a little bit. I've been considering that, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's we have coming up for the next little bit. So thanks again, guys, and thanks for everyone that tuned in. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, share it out and make sure someone else subscribes. It really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. That's like the biggest thing that we need right now that'll help out our channel. So we appreciate that, and that'll do it for tonight. So we'll say for Richie Goodacre, for Zach Shelton, for Nic Hernandez, for Brian Nussbaum, for Austin Pez Howell, I've been Jordan, the Movie Hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.
We're going to share what our parents do for work.
My mom's a teacher.
And your dad?
He's a liar.
You mean he's a lawyer?
Fletcher Reed was climbing the ladder of success.
You're the victim here, driven into the arms of another man.
7.
Yeah, whatever.
One lie.
Tell him it's in the mail. I ran out of gas. You're losing a little weight.
At a time.
The true victim is my client. Put yourself in his shoes for a moment. You're walking from church when suddenly you encounter him, pouncing from the shadows.
But what made him a successful lawyer
Your ex-wife called.
I have to go to court this afternoon.
Fletcher, it's his birthday.
also made him an unpredictable father.
He said he was gonna be here, he promised.
Until one day, his son decided to make an honest man out of him.
I wish that for only one day Dad couldn't tell a lie.
Is it good for you?
I've had better.
Now,
Any change, mister?
Absolutely.
Could you spare some?
Yes, I could.
I can't lie!
all he can do is tell the truth.
Like the dress?
Whatever takes the focus off your head.
The whole truth.
You know why I pulled you over?
They changed lanes without signaling while running a red light and speeding!
And nothing but the truth.
It was me!
Your wish came true.
You mean you have to tell the truth?
How we doing this morning, Consul?
I'm a little upset about a bad sexual episode I had last night.
From Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment, and the director of The Nutty Professor, Jim Carrey. Liar, Liar.
New in the building?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's been real nice.
Well, that's because you have big...